and I asked Sir Richard Branson a question. I asked him a question. I said, what would be your advice for young people? And I remembered there was a lady, and this lady made a comment, and I heard she said this, what type of question is this? So no quality one. Followed him to the backstage, and his bodyguards noticed me. I followed him until the elevator, but Richard Branson saw me. And because I asked the question,
He remembered.
he remembered me. And he did this. He's like,
Okay, welcome to the Yamcha Sessions.
Hello.
Before we begin, I would like to introduce our guest of the day, Michael Teoh.
yes.
Before I go into the context, I'm trying to implement this habit.
Sure.
Every time we start the new podcast, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you are here on the podcast right now. But Vincent, context-wise, Vincent was in contact together with Michael for a while, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I actually know Michael for quite some time. You know, I know your history.
A follower?
A follower for a
Thank
long
you.
time, actually. But I think what triggered me to actually invite you to come to the podcast was I've actually met you in person, but not in this capacity. But because of APAC Wrestling.
Oh, yes. That's right. That's right.
So you were there for a few times, and
Yes.
I was working for APAC Wrestling behind the scenes.
Beautiful.
So I was working as a switching director, so I didn't have the time to come out to actually talk to you. So I don't know, I don't remember how it happened, but basically I DM'd you and basically said, hey, would you like to come on to the podcast?
Of course.
And that's it.
I would love to.
This one is the APAC Wrestling show you were assisting Shao Kat with, is it?
Correct. I was working on it, but it's not because you were there and you like wrestling, but because I know your history, I know your story as well. But want to hear it from the horse's mouth.
Can I share something with both of you?
Of course, please.
Relating to APAC Wrestling and especially with Shao Kat. So Shao Kat and I, we go way back. We were somewhat like pen pals, and I'll tell you how it happened. Way back in the year 2000, The Star used to have a wrestling column on the newspaper called Grunt and Groan. And every week they would have guest contributors. Shao Kat at that time went with the pen name called The Dead Man Shao Kat. So he would write comments about Raw and SmackDown of the last week, right? Internet wasn't so robust at time. So we were commenting on past tense, things that has happened. And I wrote together with Shao Kat on a pen name called Techno Y2J.
Oh.
And that was how I know there was someone in KL. I was still back in Penang at that time. This is the year 2000. I was Form 1. Shao Kat was, I think, 1 or 2 years younger than me. And then we were writing in, contributing to this Grunt and Groan wrestling column. And we kind of grown this mutual respect for each other.
Oh, so that time you guys have never met each other?
We have never met
It's
yet.
pen pals, bro. It's
Pen
just
pals.
like,
But this is interesting, John. It's pen pal, not that I'm writing directly to Shao Kat.
it's to the column.
It's to the column. And we know that, okay, we are somewhat talking to each other through the column.
Yeah.
Right? And it was crazy. And then I remember at that time, ICQ was still an in thing. And then Shao Kat started this online wrestling federation.
Yeah.
And when he started this federation, it was interesting. He invited people to join his community, and then he would create like fictional wrestlers of us, and he would start writing storylines.
So fun.
And then I was one of his fictional wrestlers that he created, and I would contribute ideas to him and all that. So that's how I gone way back with Shao Kat. And then after that, I've seen how he progressed. He trained under Booker T, and then he founded APAC Wrestling. And whenever I have the opportunity, I will go and support. I will be there, God willing, everything goes well. I'll be there during his fight with the Brian Kendrick coming up.
April 4th, you should go. So I'm inviting Crystal to come here as well.
Oh, nice.
Crystal is like the queen of Philippine wrestling.
Very nice.
Sure. Oh, yeah. You sent me the link. Yeah, you sent me the link.
So Crystal coming for you.
Oh, nice.
You know, if you ever ask me, Michael, what role would you play in a wrestling ring? I would say I'm a Paul Heyman person.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it would be.
I'm a Paul Heyman person.
I already love the facial expressions and everything.
Who is Paul Heyman?
Paul Heyman is
What
basically... I'm just going to talk about the on-screen character of Paul Heyman. All right, there's a big history about Paul Heyman, but basically Paul Heyman's role is that he's here to build stars and he's here to advance storyline. But he's like a genius in pro wrestling because what he does is that he hides the weaknesses of wrestlers, but he amplifies the strengths.
I see.
So somebody like Michael, right? like, I mean, like Michael is gonna go into the ring. He's gonna find a new star, and he's gonna build him up from ground up.
That's right.
By cutting promos.
So sometimes if the star couldn't really talk, it's fine. I will be their mouthpiece.
Oh.
So Paul Heyman is great. He has created mega stars out of Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, and of course the
CM
tribal
Punk.
chief,
Yeah.
Roman Reigns. I mean, wow. And fun fact, I was so blessed. I was in WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
Where I
wait,
saw-
you were in 30.
Yeah, so
Holy
that's the
crap.
one where I can tell you at that time, Paul Heyman walked down the ramp with Brock Lesnar. And when Brock Lesnar pinned Undertaker, the crowd went silent.
Oh, yeah.
We thought it was a mistake.
Yeah.
Even the referee was like,
Sure.
1, 2, oi, kick out lah. What the heck? Okay lah, 3. And the crowd just went silent.
Because they didn't expect Undertaker to lose.
Yeah, because he still had his streak.
Yeah.
No, not only that, the referee have no idea what's going on. I mean, like, to be honest,
shit.
because I've worked backstage in wrestling for maybe, 8 months now, but I've been a wrestling fan for 20 or 30 years.
There you go.
Not everybody knows the results. Like, even as I'm working in those shows, I don't know the results.
They hide
Yeah.
the overall leader, or like in this case, is Shao Kahn in Impact Wrestling.
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
one
yeah.
that hides the secret, lah, right?
Yeah, you only have a select few people that really know. And if it's like a
see.
high stake match, like the match I was talking about,
That's right.
the referee had no idea. Like 1, 2. Is he gonna kick out?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I did see Undertaker or somebody say a story about the Undertaker, about how he went to a show
Yeah.
with his family,
Yeah.
and then he tells the family, "Oh, I'm going to use the restroom real
Oh,
quick,"
yeah,
and then
yeah.
he turns out in the ring, and they're like, "Oh my god, he's in the ring!"
WrestleMania 40. That's WrestleMania
Yeah,
40.
that's
10 years after that event.
Damn.
They really keep it a secret these days because of how easily information is leaked online
I
now.
see.
And people couldn't trace who leaked the information, so they really keep it
Close guard,
really
Close
tight,
guard.
right?
Wow.
Or sometimes they call an audible. We call it an audible. Is when, let's say, Undertaker was supposed to win, but he got a concussion and he could not continue on in the ring.
Like real life
Like
concussion.
real life concussion, or he got hurt. So they had to call what they term as an audible, where a new decision has to be made at that time.
Oh shit.
So it's either Undertaker's opponent get disqualified or Undertaker allows Brock Lesnar to pin him. Things like that, right?
Wow.
But hey, I'm very curious because
Sure.
you were Form 1 when you start writing the
column.
Techno Y2J, right?
That's
And-
right.
And I remember those days, in Saojan, our school, we are actually senior junior.
Nice.
In our school, we have like the store, and it's Monday, every Monday, right? Section
Yeah.
2. That's where you
Yes.
have the wrestling stuff.
That's right.
But you were writing at that age when you're around like Form 1. Form 2, I start, getting into understanding more about wrestling, but I
Yeah.
still watch it as a fan.
Yeah.
But now
quite
I'm
technical.
36. I understand entirely how the business works,
Yes.
the psychology and everything. But that
Yes.
time, Form 1, what made you want to write those articles and actually dive deep into the whole wrestling business instead of watching as a fan? Oh, Legend Killer, he did it
Yeah.
again. But
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure you're writing like the behind the scenes or the psychology or whatever that you can understand of wrestling. How did you get into that?
So I got into wrestling at the age of 7. I started really young. And during that time, my parents could not afford Astro. And I remember when I was 7 years old, TV3 only
TV3,
started showing
TV3.
it at 11 p.m.
Thursday.
But I had restricted views, Thursday, right?
Yeah.
But at that time, I had a PlayStation. I can see one at the back of
shoot.
you here.
Okay.
Then my first ever wrestling game was WWF Warzone.
Oh, Warzone.
And that was when I got
Okay.
introduced to The Rock and Stone Cold. I was like, wow, interesting. And my cousins who introduced me to wrestling stopped watching wrestling when they went to university.
Happens.
I'm still watching it today. I'm 39.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm still watching it until today, right? And I just really liked it. And when I started writing articles for The Star that time, I noticed, okay, so perhaps that time being young, I liked the vanity. So I started to notice other contributors who would appear once or twice and they never appear again. And I noticed a style that they would write. They would comment about a Raw or SmackDown that has just passed. And yeah, sometimes I don't see that much frequency of them getting published. Until one day, I noticed a WWF magazine where the writer wrote a piece analyzing the damage of certain wrestlers' finishing moves. Like if I were to perform a crippler crossface, tribute to Chris Benoit, the late Chris Benoit, that writer would write how the crippler crossface would actually damage your nose, your brain nerves and all. So I started thinking, hey, this is quite a cool angle. Why not I just try doing some bit of research? I used to go to the libraries at Seberang Jaya in Brai Penang to go and like look through in those encyclopedias to actually study the human body,
the anatomy.
And then start making predictions like, oh, pedigree, oh, looks like you hurt your face. And I'll just type things out like that. And the Star loved it and they publish it over and over. And I noticed that, hey, the more I analyze wrestlers' finishing moves, the more I get published. Again, please forgive me. I love vanity that time. So I'm like, my objective is to get published as many times as possible. If in that 1 month, I want to get published at least 2 times because it's a weekly column, right? So I started writing and I keep getting published. But today people say, hey, Michael, free label, are you? I didn't get paid, right? But you know what? The Star has been really kind. I don't get paid. But you know all those John Cena jerseys, SmackDown jerseys, original product at that time, it was given to me by the Star.
What? That's quite sick, bro.
I have a WrestleMania cap. So they send this to me to thank me for my contribution.
Very nice.
So I think that's a lesson in life too, right? Where you see what people are doing. You always have this urge to either follow the flock or start thinking, hey, is there something I can do better or something I can do that would differentiate myself? And I think at a very young age, I learned that. Okay, let's just try to find something, right? So that was what I did. And that was how I started writing for the Star, the Grunt and Grow column. And wrestling has always been my interest ever since.
I love it.
Isn't WWF restricted to like a certain age group? So technically, if the Star or the Sun or Star? Sun,
the Star.
If the Star received like a write-up from a 12-year-old, they're like, this kid legal watching, you know what I mean?
I do not think they know that I was 12 or 13 at that time.
Bro.
They didn't know I was 13.
Oh, that means you're writing them power lah, right?
No, I just write lah. Just write lah.
Bro,
actually, not to say power or what lah. Just write only lah.
I remember when I used to want to watch wrestling all the time. My dad was like, "No, go to sleep." I'm like, "Okay, lo.
Oh no,
to do lo."
My 4-year-old daughter now watches wrestling with me.
Because
cannot avoid. My wife like, what are you doing? So I'll be on my bed, my wife next to me, and my daughter would just come in. My son still likes Ultraman and dinosaurs, so he's still safe. But my daughter is, she would lie down next to me. Yeah, she'll be like, oh my God, Roman Reigns. So she knows, like, to her, the wrestler she knows now, compared to my time, I would say like The Rock. But to her, it's Roman Reigns. Like, Roman Reigns, spear. And she's 4.
Wow.
Again, not advisable to any parents listening out there. My wife would most likely kill me, but there you are.
That's generally the way for people who's into wrestling.
I think it's not that bad lah. My dad is very biased one. He would not allow me to watch wrestling, but he would allow me to watch the 18R movies one. Because he likes movies, right? So he'd be like, when you watch this part, right? It's because when the director did this, right? It's because to show this. Because he's a movie buff, right?
Yeah.
So he would allow me to watch all these like scary movies, horror, all the Steven Spielberg productions at the time also. It's like not for 13 and below one, but he would be biased. So I mean, it's okay. As long as you educate your kid lah.
John, since we're talking about movies, I still remember that one movie that time I watched, and I was so young, I didn't know what I was watching. My elder cousins, put it on VCR at that time.
Oh, shoot, man.
And I still remember that I was watching that. I'm like, what am I watching here? And can I share this?
Sure.
I was so young. I'm not sure you all know this movie, Species.
Bro, that's
so bad, bro.
Man, it gives me PTSD right now.
Bro. It's the girl, bro. It's the girl in the green one, bro.
So I'm like, what am I watching?
I reckon I might have a Species DVD somewhere here. I don't know. My colleague is the one that donated all his old DVDs because he was trying to clear it. So I have a few of the classics.
I was actually watching Catch Me If You Can in Netflix right now.
Yeah, Catch Me If You Can is pretty good. Yeah, I know Species. It's the girl posing on the side, and then her skin is like half alien one.
Yeah.
My God, bro.
I didn't know what I was watching at that time. I didn't like what I was watching. So yeah, I remember watching one movie in the cinemas where I caused an entire row of people to voluntarily change their seats because they didn't want to sit near me and my mom that time. I was so young. My mom brought me to watch this movie, and that movie was the first live action show of Street Fighter.
Wow.
And I tell you why this whole row in front of us moved away. Because I was so excited. I'm a huge fan of Street Fighter. Every time when the character comes out, Mom, it's real. Mom, it's Ken.
It's Bison.
Oh my God, but I hated that show, man. Because the main character is Guile. Come on. You know, that's the American adaptation. So, of course, they glorify Guile, right? I'm like, Mom, this is not
This
right.
is not right.
It's supposed to be Ryu and Ken versus M. Bison. And why is M. Bison a thin, scrawny guy? But kudos to the actor.
But
who
he's
played
an
him.
incredible actor.
Incredible
for Bison.
actor. You know, he had cancer that time when he was playing the character.
and he wanted to do it for the kids.
For the kids.
Bro, that's mad, bro.
Powerful. So even though I say he's skinny and scrawny, but hats off to him, you know. But
My colleague always references him. He's like, you know, today you got so much work, but for the client, it's just a Tuesday.
I still remember that time. Guile was played by Jean-Claude Van Damme, bro.
Mad, bro. Yeah,
They're
good
making
stuff.
a remake right now.
Yeah, they're making a remake right now with what's that guy?
Oh my God. Cody Rhodes is Guile, you know that?
I don't think he knows.
Who's Cody Rhodes?
Cody Rhodes is basically the WWE, the main face of WWE
now.
at the moment. But
I think we
Roman
can-
Reigns is going to be inside.
I think Vincent, we can spoil it already.
I think we can spoil it already.
Cody Rhodes is your new undisputed champion. I protest against that. Oh my God. I'm like, please make it a fatal 4-way or fatal 5-way, right? For
Who
the
is
title.
Cody Rhodes? Can you just Google Cody Rhodes? If you
He's
don't
like
mind?
the American Nightmare. He's like the guy that's supposed to replace The Rock
Is
or
he a
Roman
heel?
Reigns.
No, he's a good guy.
he's a
okay,
good guy
okay,
lah.
so basically it's like to put it simpler, there is always like a constant face that they want to build to represent WWE.
And
So,
this is the new guy, lah.
yeah, this is a new guy. They're trying to make the new guy, but he's not young enough to be long enough to be the face for the next few years for the company.
I can't believe Randy Orton is still wrestling.
Oh,
Bro,
yes.
so that is the match that they're gonna set up for this year's WrestleMania, which is why today Cody Rhodes have to win the championship.
Defeated Drew McIntyre. Guess what, Vincent? I was in Crown Jewel in Perth last year.
Yeah,
And I had a moment with Drew McIntyre. We got a picture together.
yeah.
And I told Drew, I said, you're going to win. I'm rooting for you. And Drew is the nicest person, you know. He's the only WWE superstar who spent 2 to 3 minutes talking to me.
Wow.
Like
that
he
is
was
mad.
like, he was like, oh, where are you from? From Malaysia. Malaysia. Hey, I'm just curious, man. What's your favorite food there? Like, what do you guys eat?
That's
Nasi
crazy.
lemak, laksa. What's that? And then, you know, the security was like telling him like, hey, Drew, we got to move the line. And he's like, oh, hang on a moment. I was like, hey, Drew, you got to win the championship, man. We're all rooting for you. Yeah, if the referee stops screwing me over, you know, during that time, it was still right. Man, he's so lovely. And when he won, I posted a picture on my Instagram. Like, I met this guy. 2 months later, he won. Yes. And today he lost. I'm actually very sad. And he lost back to Cody Rhodes.
You know, right, when people of such high status spend time with the fans,
Yeah.
it's such a great investment for that
Oh,
fan,
yes.
bro. That
Yeah.
fan
Man.
will be a mad fan for the rest of his life. If
Yeah.
you spent 1 extra minute
Yes.
with that person, you know.
Yes.
And I feel, right, it's the complete opposite if they did the opposite thing. If let's say they just went and said, hey, hi, and then walked away, wow,
Yeah.
you'll be destroyed.
Crushed. You'll be crushed.
Yeah.
That's
you know?
right.
I
Yeah.
remember I was in New York and I met Casey Neistat.
Oh.
Bro, it became a 5-second thing, and after that, I just stopped liking him also.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I felt like he was such a rude person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh,
just
yeah.
grabbed my phone, take a selfie, and then he fucked off. Then I'm like, wow, I guess I just maybe you shouldn't meet your heroes in a way. You know, that
yeah.
type of thing?
Well, there's a saying, right? When you meet your heroes, they may turn out to be a villain to you
Yeah.
Yeah.
because of how they are, right?
Yeah.
Like for me, one of the nicest wrestlers I've met was The Miz. And
Oh, that's why you're a fan of The Miz.
as well, yes. yes. And I love The Miz
How do you
t-shirt.
know he's a fan of the Miz?
Yeah.
I was doing my research now.
Oh.
Well, so he
Yeah.
knows. So I like his shirt. Hello, I'm awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it's a name tag.
I
thing,
also
right?
know of The Miz because when I stopped watching wrestling, I heard of this guy, new wrestler called The Miz. I'm like, I think wrestling is going downhill. I don't even know how you name someone The Miz. Like that, I just fuck it. I'm not going to watch this shit really.
Hey, he's one of the highest paid reality show stars now.
He's kind of like the irritating guy when
Yeah.
he started, right?
Yeah.
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 But you see, someone like The Miz, right? We can learn a lesson from him, right? Like he tries not to be someone else. He doubles down on his strength.
Yeah, he embraces
Yeah.
his
Yeah, and in fact, like the fact that you were annoyed by his name shows that his strategy worked.
It works,
Because
Strategy yeah. worked,
he
yeah.
intentionally named himself the Miz because he felt
Correct.
that it's so annoying.
Correct. I remember meeting him, and I'll tell you why he was nice. WrestleMania 30, meet and greet. And at that time, you know, unfortunately in Malaysia, we had a tragedy
Yeah.
where our aeroplane got shot down.
Oh shoot, that was
That was
WrestleMania
like,
30.
And guess what? So I met him, you know, I had an autograph book and he signed my autograph. Like, where are you from? Malaysia. He stopped signing. He put down his pen.
It's been to Malaysia.
He hold my hand like this,
Yeah.
like this, and he's like, I am so sorry. I know that you just lost a plane. I just want to let you know that my hearts go out to all Malaysians out there. There was no camera around. He was just saying it from his heart.
Damn.
Right? And I was like, wow, thank you. Right? And that's the miss. And in real life, they say he's really nice. He's really nice in real life, right? So it was such a surreal moment, right? But I think one thing we can learn from the miss in real life, applying to our everyday life, is to double down on our strength and not to try to be someone else. Like I read recently, there was an interview on a podcast and they say the Miz is now jobbing. In wrestling, we use the word jobbing, meaning he's losing to even newcomers.
Oh.
And he's a WrestleMania main eventer, the main eventer for the biggest wrestling event on our planet. He's a former world champion twice and he's jobbing to new stars.
Bro, the main event that he had fought in the match,
He beat who? Yeah.
John Cena.
He beat John Cena.
And The Rock was there. Not in the match. The Rock wasn't in the match, but his whole segment when he fought himself to the main event was against John Cena in a segment with The Rock.
That's right.
And now he's jobbing.
He's jobbing.
He's jobbing because that's a way of paying back to the business.
Yes, exactly. And the podcaster asked him like, aren't you demotivated? He said no. Because he realizes his purpose now is to pave the way for the future stars.
Wow. That's admirable, bro.
And that's power, right?
That's so powerful, bro. Actually, do you listen to Joe Rogan by any chance?
Yeah. Some of the episodes.
Right?
Yes.
I
Especially the alien conspiracies.
I find it, okay, so I will be very upfront. Actually, I'm not a big fan of wrestling. I know here bits and pieces. Right. He's been trying to drag me to a couple of shows, but I never see.
Come.
I will do it. I'll do it if I can. I always try, okay? I really do, but I swear, it's always a work thing.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You come to the next event, he's backstage, we make an appointment, we meet somewhere, you come, you watch it with me.
I'll wear a batik shirt also.
Yeah, batik. Yes, there you are.
Plus, we're going to bring Crystal in, so you have a lot of motivation right now.
Sure. I always try, okay? Yeah. And so every time, I just want to say, I don't really fancy wrestling, okay? Right. And I understand it's a show, I understand it's kind of like a story you have to follow and all that.
Yeah.
And took me a while to understand until he brought Shaukat on.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But when I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast and he has a wrestler on, I feel like, wow, they go through a lot, man.
Yeah.
A lot, man. The early stages of wrestling is brutality, man.
Yeah.
I think you get paid dog. You get paid dog shit.
Yeah.
Right? And you're just on the road almost every time. Yeah. You don't basically see your family at all.
No.
And then you can get injured and then that's it.
That's
because real injury and show injury is different, right? Yeah. And wow, to go so far, right, and to be successful, you have to be damn humble. You have to, you sure can remember one. I'm willing to wager 70% of your life, right, or career is struggle. 30% only you feel the glory one. And that's if you're lucky.
That's right. That's right.
So when I listen to Joe Rogan having, let's say, Cena on, or what was
Kurt
Angle.
Yeah.
I think he had, what's that, the gold, Hulk Hogan. Hogan on also. I'm like, wow, actually quite Undertaker also.
Yeah.
Then I listen, I'm like, wow, their lives were not easy, man.
Yeah.
They were basically leaving their car and going to the gym.
You're always on the road all the time. So I tried APAC Wrestling 1 month to be a student and I was learning how to bump.
Wow.
So I bumped the first week.
Yeah.
And then
the back is
next few days, my whole neck is sore.
That's right.
I can't turn it. Every time I get up from the bed, I have to use my hand to support my head.
That's right.
Get up. And then I bumped the second week.
Yeah.
And then for 3 weeks, I have headache.
Yeah.
Keeps on ringing all the time.
Yeah.
So these wrestlers, right, if you see that they're so nice, but you don't know what their body is going through. They're facing hardships and they're having this bodily pain, fatigue, but they're still nice to you. It says a lot.
Yeah. And not only that, they put on a show, bro.
Yeah.
They have to maintain composure in front of a crowd. To be an actor is actually, it's not, I'm not saying it's easy.
Yeah.
But you have a second take.
That's right.
You have a third take. Bro, wrestling, you are one take,
live.
Bro.
Correct.
Yeah,
you can't fuck up, man. If you fuck up, you have to sort of improv your way.
Vince McMahon will scream in your ears.
Yeah.
Scream at your ear.
Here's one thing fascinating for people who actually knows wrestling, right? As in, they don't really talk about this match is so good because this wrestler has this moves and it's so good. But most of the wrestling podcasts that you hear talks about the journey of a wrestler.
Yeah.
It talks about the hardships, talk about storytelling, the camaraderie, the brotherhood,
The sacrifice.
the sacrifice,
Yeah.
and that's actually what makes wrestling beautiful.
It's quite mad, bro.
Yeah.
It's quite mad.
Yeah.
But I always love like talking about people's journey. It's like how they start. And then it always gives me sort of like a hope. Actually, the initial, when we started this podcast also, is kind of like to guide kids in a way. Because they know that life is like not perfect. You know, yesterday I just went for a networking event together with my wife, right? And because my wife studied journalism, right? And then the person opposite is a journalist.
Yes.
And she's like, journalists can only marry journalists. Because otherwise they'll get divorced, very high divorce rate. Because the hours are insane. Like you have to go report on site and whatever, right? And she was like, yeah, I studied to be a journalist, but I didn't become a journalist. Then she was like, yeah, I studied to be a lawyer. Then I became a journalist. So actually the initial goal of this podcast is actually to show people that, you know, you can study whatever you want to study. But in the end, somehow life kind of takes you a different way. I love the journey aspect of it. I love it. It's like, maybe in life it's not about the goal. Because the goal is actually just to enjoy the journey. You don't know what's gonna come, right? But I feel like when I listen to that shit, especially like wrestling, even weird careers, you're like, wow, life is kind of crazy, man.
And I think you have like a fascinating story to tell. So you did the wrestling columns, and let's just say, I'm sure you have more stories in your school life, right? Especially what's relating to this book right now.
Wow.
But what happened after school, because you have a journey that took you to the other part of the world, right? So what's that story?
So before we go to that story, Vincent and John, on the topic of wrestling, I'm going to conceptualize it in a way where if there are kids, teenagers listening to this right now, that they could also hopefully get some inspiration. So when I was growing up, I was a victim of bullying. In school, I was bullied because I was weak in sports. Since kindergarten all the way to primary school and then secondary school. This has been talked about a lot in other podcasts that I have appeared. So I will not go in depth into it. But I'm going to give you all an exclusive scoop relating to wrestling and how if you don't view wrestling from an angle of its violence, I'm going to tell you how wrestling, being a young fan watching wrestling at that time helped me. So I was being bullied in school and I didn't have role models. My parents are lovely, my grandparents are lovely, but they are always working and, you know, they do their best to provide for me. So when I watched wrestling, I started identifying with a few characters. The Rock being one of them. Y2J Chris Jericho. I was never really a Stone Cold or Undertaker fan or Triple H fan. I just like The Rock and Chris Jericho. And at that time, if you notice, this was in the late 1990s, early 2000s. The Rock and Chris Jericho were like the kings on the microphone.
It's peak,
right?
man. Yeah.
It's peak, right? So I would watch them and I would always try to emulate them. And when I rehearse their catchphrases, how they speak, it molded the way how I spoke at that time. And I noticed the more I tried to emulate them, it also gave me this sense of
confidence.
Fake confidence.
Oh.
Because, you know, I was bullied in school, because I was weak in sports, I was alienated. So at that time, I only had wrestling. My heroes were these wrestlers, these superstars where I looked up to. And sometime before I get beaten up by those gangs, I would like try to speak like The Rock. I would insult them like Chris Jericho. I'm like, you will never ever, and then I get slapped lah. Anyways, but it helped me boost my confidence, you know. And without me knowing, it helped me polish my public speaking skills, which today is my bread and butter. It's how I've built my company around.
Yeah.
It's how I've expanded my training, coaching, and consulting business across 42 countries so far, working with 30% of the world's Fortune 500 companies. But it all started with me being a victim of bully. I emulated heroes. And it so happened those heroes were superstars in wrestling.
With confidence. Also,
With
right?
confidence, you know, there's that saying, you fake it until you make it, right? And I had to fake those confidence by emulating them.
So you made it.
And then it became
Yeah.
part of me, right? And of course, as I grew older, I self-regulate, right? When I noticed that these are all just dramas, they are also actors. And I've grown to know that, but I've also grown to love that as well. So for any kids watching this right now, yes, don't do violence. Please don't try any of the moves at home.
Oh, man.
I can tell you the most painful wrestling move I ever received was the crippler crossface.
That is painful.
That's painful.
What is a crippler crossface?
Crippler crossface begins when you
Don't
and
put it
I-
out on YouTube. Don't. You're gonna get later they remove.
Yeah, we can't put crippler crossface because of that person as well.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
it begins with you and I standing up, and I want to drag you to the floor. So I drag you to the floor by holding this arm.
Am I face down?
You will be facing down.
Oh, I will be.
And I put my other arm to kind of push you down.
Yeah.
So you will now fall onto the floor together with me.
And my arm is like behind
No,
me.
your
right
arm
now.
is just here. This is your
Okay.
arm.
Yeah,
And what's next is that I'm going to use both of my feet to kind of gap your arm together.
That's right.
While I apply the crippler crossface and yank it back.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Actually, you know, Vincent,
You're gonna bend the fella.
Yeah.
you know, just for reference, they can actually YouTube the label lock by
yeah.
Christopher, by
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan, the label lock. It's the
How do
same
you spell
thing.
label lock?
LABELL.
Oh, like a label lock?
Like
But we call it the bell.
the label lock. Yeah, it's called label lock, right? But it's called the label lock.
Okay, all right, sure,
so,
man. Okay.
So you know, I that was how I benefited from wrestling, and then it really pushed my confidence up, and I think that's what mattered most to me at that time.
It is. You know, I can put a testament to this because I grew up exactly the same way.
Wow.
Like-
bullied also?
I wasn't bullied, but I didn't have a strong command in English. So growing up, around like Form 2 after that, people start asking like, why is your English sounding like that?
Yeah.
When in my primary years in South China, I speak mostly Cantonese and Malay.
No
Then
way,
suddenly my friends were
bro.
asking, why do you sound like this?
Yeah.
Because I was practicing promo at home.
Yeah. So
I was
who?
gaining William Regal for some reason.
William Regal. What? William Regal.
Because William Regal was king of the ring at the time. It was really hot.
Oh my god.
And I was practicing those things. And
Give him a Regal impersonation.
he's basically a British guy.
Yeah.
I can't do British accent, but he's supposed to be a sneaky character.
Yeah.
So at the time, he's like, all you people
Yeah.
doubted me, and yet now I stand in front of all you as the king, King Regal. So now bow down. You know, something like that.
Yeah.
So eventually, my accent started becoming weird. I don't sound Malaysian, but I can attest that this is exactly the same journey that I walked through. Then when I
Yeah.
went to my agency days where I had to
Yeah.
present to like datos, you know,
Yeah,
clients, which he does that as well.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he's
yeah.
in events.
Yeah.
When I started, you know, I didn't have confidence. I don't have substance. I don't really know how the world works, but I had to present in front of these clients
Oh right.
and I put on that hat as well, like as if I'm cutting promo based on the materials that I had.
And very nice.
It is the confidence that you have to inject yourself
That's right.
to kind of fake it till you make it.
That's right.
And that's how I got my
You
confidence.
guys
Wow, power,
had,
man.
You guys had incredible references. My reference when I was 12, 13. Because my main language is English.
Yeah.
My Malay is quite shit. My Cantonese is rubbish, is worse. Mandarin is non-existent. So
Okay,
I
good,
only
man.
basically speak English and a bit of Malay, lah, right?
I say good because we're on the same boat.
Oh,
I'm
is it?
from Penang, I'm Hokkien.
But you speak Hokkien, lah.
Tampuk niya lo.
Bro, I
Boleh
don't
cari
even know what that
makan.
means.
Can order food at the hawker store lah. But I'm also a banana like you, sekolah kebangsaan.
Bro, if
all
the
the
lady
way.
tells me 5 ringgit 50 cent in Cantonese or Mandarin, I just give her a 10. Just in case. Because I know she will give me change.
Yeah, that's what I do.
But bro, you're luckier, bro. I tried to give the lady when I moved here to KL, they spoke to me in Cantonese. She said certain number and I tried to give her like 10 ringgit. She'll be like, do you got small change?
Oh shit.
And then the small change, she was like, why not you give me the smaller denomination of the 10 ringgit, which I couldn't understand what it was. And I'm like, sorry auntie, boleh cakap bahasa? And you know this
The
chap
judgment.
fun place, out of 10 chap fun place, clearly 6 or 7 will say, you don't know how to speak. You tak tahu cakap Cina.
That's my life.
Tapi you budak Cina kan?
That's my life. That's literally,
There you go, man.
That's
Then I'm like,
literally my life.
Sorry auntie, I sekolah kebangsaan. Well, then they go personal. Kenapa you punya bapa ibu hantar you pergi sekolah kebangsaan?
That's literally my life.
I'm like, what?
That's literally, my life is literally judgment. But basically, right, at least you all had good role models. You know what's my role model? No? 12, 13 years old. It's fucking Phua Chu Kang, bro.
Hey, Phua Chu Kang's cool.
Yeah, I love
Bro.
Phua Chu Kang.
Yeah, he's
It's cool.
highly resourceful.
100% until you start speaking like Phua Chu Kang, bro. Well, so I started speaking like that in school, And then my dad was like, hey, it's all fun and games until you really have to present, So can you please tone it down?
Wow.
It was quite bad, I was talking about Phua Chu Kang for like a solid half year, bro.
But bro, I can tell you, when you reach adulthood, especially if you're in my industry of training, developing people, you have to read the crowd, bro. Because if the crowd speaks like Phua Chu Kang,
you better fucking speak like Phua Chu Kang,
bro, and not William Regal.
That's true. That's true.
Absolutely.
And I take pride in that. I feel like when I have conversations with people, I know how to lower the English or raise the bar of English in order to, make
match
sure.
it, right?
Yeah, in order to communicate.
I think for me, just to wrap up this chapter before I address your question is, I think during our formative years, we should learn as much, master as much as we can, so that we have more than enough tools for us to use in the later years of our life.
You never know.
You never know, right?
Never
and
know.
then when you arrive to those later years of your life where you're in a profession that requires you to be agile, to be adaptable, then you know which tool to take.
Yeah.
But I think when we are younger or when we are learning something new, just be an open slate, have a willing heart and open mind, and just learn as much as you can.
It's like room to
Because you never
explore
know.
also, technically.
Correct.
If anything, you can sound like a sohai in your 20s. You can. When your 30s is when you're like,
I
think
shouldn't
you
have said
better-
that. Yeah, I should have said that when I was
20s,
20.
I think you can still sort of like, dude, just give the kid a break. Late 20s, so I'm like, it's not really.
But
But
people will
30s
buy into that charm as well.
A bit lah, a bit.
But in 30s, they'll start judging.
A lot more forgiving in your
In
early
the
20s.
yeah.
I think just to address Vincent's question just now, so from bully victim, now you all know exclusive scoop just for Yum Cha sessions.
Thanks.
That, wrestling played a role in me getting my confidence. They became my earliest role models in terms of speaking, projecting myself. And then Vincent just now asked about how my life from a bully victim brought me to the other end of the world. And that was in the year 2010 when I won a competition. It's called Your Big Year. It's literally Tahun Kebesaran Kamu, okay? Your Big Year. It was the world's largest social entrepreneurship competition at that time. Contested among 45,000 people from
God damn, 45,000 people.
From 168 countries.
God damn, that's an intense amount of competition, my friend.
Yeah, and if
Is
you
this
win
the Branson one?
yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you win that competition, you win a 1 year, all expense paid for trip to travel the world,
Holy
22
shit.
countries.
Wow.
When every
Holy
country you go to, you would spend around 2 to 3 weeks per country.
That is insane.
Yeah, and you will be assigned to assist a social enterprise, a government agency, and also a youth community.
That
On
would
nation
level
building
you
project.
up
God
to
bless.
adulthood immediately.
Yeah. So when I won that competition, I was 22.
Wow.
So I was very blessed and got to meet Sir Richard Branson. Learn
elevator
from
pitch,
him.
I know.
There you, the elevator pitch was okay. So I'll give you the rundown. So it was also in 2010. So a lot of things had to be in 2010. I was a huge fan of Richard Branson, and I was reading his book when I was young. So you can see how nerdy I was reading books. Aside from Mutiara Naga, Dragon Ball.
At least you read real stuff. I only read fiction, bro.
Oh, don't worry, man. Oh, that's why you're in events, right?
I guess. Yeah.
You're the creative
But I
industry.
also read
You
Dragon
are.
Ball, eh?
Dragon Ball, Well, that one we can even talk about it. Which Dragon Ball character?
yeah.
But anyway, so I was reading Richard Branson's book. I admired him since my uni days. Admired people like Tony Fernandez. So I realized that I saw in the Star newspaper that Richard Branson was coming to Malaysia to give a talk. At that time, it was at this hotel.
Renaissance.
Opposite, Renaissance, there you are. So I saw that. I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do with this? I can't afford the ticket. The cheapest ticket was 8,000 ringgit.
That's mad.
And come on, at that time, I just started my job. I was being paid like 2,100 ringgit at
That's
that time.
mad.
Trying to survive at Mont Kiara, KL.
Bro, that's
time.
mad.
That was
Bro,
at-
that's mad.
was a
That's
branding
life on
agency.
hard mode, bro. My God.
Imagine, I was working in Mont Kiara. I was living in Section 17 PJ at that time, renting a 500 ringgit room. But anyway, so I saw that advertisement. I'm like, okay, well, Richard Branson is coming. Never met him before in my life. At that time, I realized there were only two options. Either, it's cool, he's coming. I can't afford it, too bad. And I don't know how that time I resorted to taking the second option. Said, hey, I want to meet him. What can I do? So I started looking at the sponsors. And I noticed that one of the sponsor, interesting, I saw this advertisement on the Star newspaper, but the Star was not a media sponsor. The media sponsor was the Malay Mail newspaper. So at that time, I remembered, I said, hang on, I met the managing editor of the Malay Mail. I still remember his name is, now he's a Datuk Rocky Brew.
Wow, what a unique name.
Yeah, Malay chap, but he has a nickname, Rocky Brew.
Okay.
So I was like, wow, I just met this Datuk in a networking event, some student leadership symposium just a few months back. I got his card, but I never kept in touch with him. But I know he's the managing editor. What am I going to do now? Okay, fine. Let me just email him. Dato, how are you? I'm not sure you can remember me. My name is Michael Teoh. And he remembers. He said, yeah, you are the young chap who came up to me. Everyone else sat down in the hall and you came up to me and say hi and got my card. And I never hear from you since. I said, sorry, Dato, right? And I was like, hey, Dato, I noticed that the Malay Mail is a sponsor for this Richard Branson's leadership talk. He said, yeah. I said, Dato, is there any way that you could give me a complimentary ticket? And Dato, I offered this. My mindset that time was, even though I wanted a free ticket, I didn't want to just ask from him. I said, Dato, if you need an intern at the Malay Mail, I'm happy to come and work for you, but I can only work at night because during the daytime, I have my first job in the branding agency in Mont Kiara. So I'll come and work for you at night. I can come to the Malay Mail's factory and start helping you put newspapers, Just let me work for like 2 months for you. You don't have to pay me. Can you give me the ticket? In my mind, I'm thinking that's a good deal, man. That means it's like 8,000 ringgit worth, right? And, Datuk Rocky was touched. And I remember at that time, he just replied my email. He said, Michael, thanks for the kind offer. I don't need your help, but I'm inspired by a young person like you. You are not just taking. Some people could feel they're so entitled, right? Like, oh, you just give it to me, right? But I offered something. He said, Michael, guess what? Coincidentally, at that weekend, I remember it was a Friday or so, there is the Formula One happening in Singapore, to which Datuk Rocky was going to the Formula One in Singapore. And I said, okay, why is he telling me this in his email? And he said, Michael, because of that,
come with me to Singapore.
Oh, not that. Because Richard Branson was not in Singapore.
Oh.
Richard Branson was in Malaysia. He said, Michael, because I'll be going to Singapore, I have my VIP tickets.
What the fuck?
Front row, which I don't know what to do with it. And since you asked, you have been so kind, I'm going to arrange for my PA to meet you at Petronas at Mutiara Damansara, the one next to the curve. My PA is going to meet you there. Here's the time. She will give you the ticket. Enjoy your show with Richard Branson.
God damn, bro.
And I got to sit at the front row.
God damn.
And I remember that time when I went to Renaissance Hotel, I was seated there. Next to me was a Tan Sri, and next to me was Datuk Sri. I remember at the time they were there. These are VIP tickets, right? Front row. And they were there. They saw me. I sat there with my oversized suit, Maybe it's a trend thing at that time. And I remember this Tan Sri asked me, wow, young man, you come early, I say, yeah, how are you, sir? That's how I got to know he's a Tan Sri. And he was like, wow, so you here so young, why? Reserve seat for your father. Hey, your father is who? Which public listed company?
Wow.
And I told that Tan Sri, no, my father is, he operates a tuition center in Penang, in Bukit Mertajam. And I remember Tan Sri, wow, what group, which group? No group. I know my father only got one tuition center. And I grew up in the tuition center. And that Tan Sri, your father, no, what, Dato or what? No. And I was there. And so, seated at the front row, Richard Branson came, he spoke, and it's so funny, right? After he spoke, the MC actually asked the crowd, any questions for Sir Richard Branson? Nobody had anything to ask. I was very shy at that time, and I just thought, oh no. And the MC asked again, come on, we're in a room of achievers. Surely you have questions for Sir Richard. And that time, I remember I came up with this crazy stunt. So I brought a portable video camera, a small one, a portable video camera, Fujifilm brand. The MC already asked a second time. No one went up to the mic. So I'm like, no one's going up. Okay. I took up my portable video camera. I gave it to this Tan Sri. I said, Tan Sri, I already pressed record. You just hold this video camera. You just hold it. Follow me. Use the camera, follow me. I go to the microphone there. And I went to the mic and I asked Sir Richard Branson a question. That video still exists on YouTube today. If you type Michael Teoh, Sir Richard Branson, you'll see that video. The quality is very low, of course, during those time, right? 2010.
Yeah, pull that up, man.
Yeah,
Pull that up, man.
So Michael Teoh, Sir Richard Branson, right? And I asked him a question. I said, what would be your advice for young people? And I remembered that time, you know how these microphones in the middle of this hall.
So it's like too high or too low?
Oh, no, it's not the height, It's put at the middle of the hall, and both sides we had audience.
Okay.
And I remember there was a lady, and this lady made a comment, and I heard she said this, what type of question is this? So no quality one. She said that.
Wow.
But for me, that time, my objective was simple. I wanted a video footage of me asking question to Sir Richard Branson. Yeah. And I just asked his advice for Malaysian youths, right? And then Richard Branson gave his advice. I think you could still check it out on YouTube today. And then we're done. And I'm like, wow, I got to see Richard Branson in action. Yay. But I don't know how that time. Maybe I'm so young that time, right? 23. Yeah, there you are. Richard Branson advised youth worldwide in Malaysia. That's the one.
Wow.
See, everybody clap hand.
How did he get 1K views, man?
Yeah, so this is he coming in. Yeah. So if you forward a bit, this is like Richard Branson. Okay, then
this is you recording.
Yeah, me recording still. So you forward a bit. Yeah, forward a bit more. Yeah. Okay, coming up after you see. Forward a bit some more. Wow. Just now I saw my face already. Forward a bit some more. Yeah, so this is him.
Damn.
Forward some more. Yeah, there you are. See, oversized suit.
Kind of suits you though.
No.
Get it.
Yeah, God bless. Suits me. But this suit is so impactful to me, so meaningful because it was a gift by my grandma.
Wow.
So even though it was out of fashion that time, but I love my grandma. She did her best for me.
Hey man, I feel like when you're young, you can pull it off. Like, it's like that age of becoming.
Yeah.
Hey,
and guess what happened? This is Malaysian style. The moment I go up and ask, I got long line behind me already. Everybody say, who is this joker? This young guy?
And you can ask.
And you can clearly see it's an uncle or that Tan Sri using my phone, using my video recorder because you see it's like,
bro. Actually, your video cam is quite legit for the time, bro. I'm not gonna lie, my guy. Like for a consumer like video. It's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Compared to now.
So let me go back to the story. Richard Branson left. So when he left, right, he had to be escorted backstage.
Okay.
Because I think the crowd was all waiting for him. And
you can speak nearer to the mic, bro.
Oh, yeah. So he was going backstage. And then I don't know how, maybe I was so young that time, I summoned the courage to follow him.
That's mad.
So you remember the elevator story you mentioned?
Yes, I remember.
So that was what happened. I followed him to the backstage and his bodyguards noticed me. And he walked, I followed him until the elevators. And Renaissance at the time, they had many elevators.
Yeah.
And it was barricaded. And his bodyguard stopped me and said, I still remember one of the bodyguards, looks like a Russian guy. And he spoke like, end of the line, dude. End of the line. Yeah, cool. But Richard Branson saw me. And because I asked the question.
He remembered.
He remembered me. And he did this. He's like, come in. Like, come in. And like, whoa. So
you got your elevator pitch.
I went in. Got elevator pitch, but guess what?
Elevator.
It's freaking Renaissance Hotel. It's a 5-star hotel, one of the premium hotels at the time. We were in the elevator. The elevator got stuck.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Nice.
For 5 minutes.
Yeah.
For 5 minutes. And I go, elevator pitch extended 5 minutes. And, and they said, okay, you cannot accompany Sir Richard Branson anymore because he's going for a private press conference before he flies off to Indonesia. And I'm like, that's great. And I got a picture with him. I'm like, oh my God, so cool. Damn. And that raised my confidence even more. Now, this was, I think, April. That Your Big Year competition happened in November. I didn't know he was the patron of that competition until I joined. And then he was like like how The Apprentice, right? Like Donald Trump was like the chief judge. So he's the patron for Your Big Year, Sir Richard Branson. And then when I won, and he met me, he's like, he couldn't remember my name. But he remembered me. He said, I know. Wait, you're from Malaysia. Yeah. You're that young chap who asked me a question. I'm like, yes. And you won this competition. You're going to travel around the world.
Damn. Wow.
That's
so that was
mad.
my second time. Like, meeting him, they're like, yay. But it all started, right? I mean, if you look at my journey here, right, John and Vincent, there's actually lessons that I hope people can also take note of. Like, if you're not doing something illegal, stand out. How do you differentiate yourself from the crowd? How do you step up to take action? As long as you're not doing illegal things, why not? Especially if something that you do can help more people. Like for me, I could have asked Richard Branson any question, but I asked him, what is your advice for Malaysian youths? Sure, those aunties seated to my left and right were laughing at me, but I got my objective. I made my presence felt in front of Sir Richard Branson. And I think that has always been my style since then. I always aim for the long-term game. I always aim, what can we do? Some people say, oh, Michael, it's about honor, it's about ego. Let's get into a fight.
Man.
It's important, but you have to evaluate.
100%.
Are you like going for short-term gains, but you sacrifice the long-term? Or are you aiming for the long-term?
I was watching this Instagram reel from a podcast called Subway Talks, Subway Takes. Have you guys heard of it?
Not yet.
No.
Yeah.
So it's actually only a 15-minute episode one.
Right.
And it's a guy that's holding, so it's two guys. It's usually one guy in the New York subway.
Okay.
He's holding a Metro card with the road mic on it.
Right.
And he will ask someone like a question. It's a hot take lah.
Yeah.
And do you know who Austin Butler is by any chance?
No.
He's an actor.
Okay.
So can you just pull up Austin Butler?
Yeah,
just in case I fucked his name up.
I'm a face person, so I can see
He
people's
acted
faces.
as the guy as Elvis in the movie Elvis.
Oh, wow.
Austin
Okay.
Butler.
All right.
There you go, Austin Butler.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay,
Austin
nice.
Butler, I'm just alluding to what you were saying, how it's kind of like, I think a lot of Malaysians are easily embarrassed.
Yeah.
And he was saying in this subway reel I saw,
Yeah.
embarrassment is such an underexplored emotion.
Oh, wow.
Bro, isn't that such a phenomenal quote? Like when I listen, I rewatched that clip like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, that is so true. It is so underexplored because it is something we shy away from.
Yeah.
Right? Embarrassment is something like you don't want to stand out, right? It's an Asian thing. Even in the US, I can tell you, I studied there, so there's some people who are just shy.
Yeah.
And they're like, you know what? It's like you said, short-term goal.
Yeah.
Do you really want to achieve this short-term goal and just, you know what? I'm shy. I won't say much.
Yeah.
I won't introduce myself.
That's right.
I'd rather not make a fool out of myself. Or long-term, embrace the embarrassment. Embrace it, man.
Yeah.
Like you may say something stupid. You may fumble.
Yeah.
But actually, right, you already stand out. Like it's so underexplored. Like
It is.
no
actually.
one ever talks about, right, like a regretful, embarrassed moment in a very negative. Like in the end, it ends up becoming a story,
A great story.
a great story, or a great joke.
And
Yeah.
even then, many years later, you can still laugh at it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
But the other side of it is that when you don't want to take the leap, and
There is
get
no story.
Yeah, you get yourself in that situation where you could possibly win or be embarrassed. The other side is that there's always the what if.
Yeah.
Man,
That's right.
I keep on thinking about like I should have done that.
That's so
That's right.
painful.
I might embarrass myself.
That's right.
That's why I didn't do it. But what if I did it?
Yeah. What if, like, you actually just said hi?
Yeah.
Then the guy was like, hey.
What if you actually just walk up stage? What if you actually make that submission?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting you say that. So, Vincent, to tie it back just really quickly, Richard Branson, I met him. So that was in KL. And then on one random Saturday morning, I had nothing to do. I got an email. And that email was not from Richard Branson. It was from this organizer for Your Big Year. And because I was a community of the Global Entrepreneurship Week, GEW at that time. So I got this email, they're like, invitation to join the world's largest social entrepreneurship competition. I remember at that time when I signed up for it, because I had nothing better to do on that Saturday, there were 19,000 people who already participated.
Wow.
Again, I'm at a crossroad of my life. 19,000 people. I mean, what chance do I have, right? This
Hey, you
scrawny
won that
kid.
initial travel the world competition, but I would say your odds are pretty good.
but interesting, 19,000. That time I still didn't know what was the final number. So I just signed up for fun. In the end, when they closed the application, they revealed there were 45,000 people. Then I'm like,
shoot.
what?
That's
45,000, 168 countries? I'm like, how am I going to fight? So the competition is broken out into a few phases. Phase 1, it's all done purely online. Quite innovative at that time, 2010. So they would give you tasks that you have to do. So the task could be interview a local politician.
That is so difficult. Oh my God.
Yeah. Upload a 5 minutes interview of you and the politician, asking the politician what are his leadership values. Another week could be interview a local entrepreneur whom you admire. Upload the video, 5 minutes. Mentor a local school in your neighborhood to teach kids about social enterprise.
Wow, bro. These
Compile
assignments
a report. Yeah.
are a bit hardcore for 2010, bro.
Yeah. It is. Because this competition is not reserved for students only. It's open for anyone. So when I was...
filter will be mad lah. Nobody submit. Sure. Out of 45,000, maybe only like 4,000.
I suspect lah. But still the organizer brag about 45,000 people sign up. But come on. We had to do 11 tasks.
That's a lot, man.
11 tasks, weekly tasks, and the deadline is per week, right?
Wow.
So you just have to do it. So I think that time I was just so crazy, but the stars were with me, lah. I was so lucky. You know who I interviewed? I interviewed Tony Fernandez.
God.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. How did you achieve this? How did you emailed him and then he just like, okay.
Oh, it helps when you're like, hey, I met Sir Richard Branson and I admire you. And then you see, Tony Fernandez is an inspiration to me. So when I was in college, I would go and stop where he would give a speech. At that time, he was more accessible. He would give talks at universities and at colleges. So I would travel to conferences, to universities to hear him speak. And if I have traveled to conferences where I need to pay, I would write to the event organizer and become a volunteer there.
Wow.
So I get to meet him. And every time I would put myself in front of him. Like he'll be walking into the hall after he spoke, right? He'll come down from the stage. I'll be like, hi, that time still Dato lah. Hi, Dato. And he's like, hey, you again, Michael. Hey, it's you again. So he keeps seeing me.
Wow,
right?
that's
crazy, right? Yeah, this is what you call
that's
guy
commitment,
with no life.
bro. That is
someone with no life
bro.
like me that time. So, interviewed him. I remembered what the politician I interviewed that time was Dato Saifuddin Abdullah. He was the foreign minister of Malaysia. At that time was deputy minister of higher education. So I compiled all these videos, sent it over to the UK. From 45,000, they shortlist 24.
God.
And then I got the next email and it was 4 months later, they said, congratulations, you're shortlisted in the final 24. We're going to fly you to the UK.
Wow.
You're now going to compete in an apprentice style.
That is amazing.
So you'll be in a group of 4 people. 6 teams, 6 groups, 6 teams. Every team will have 4 participants. You fight. And so every day we will get different tasks. The task could be, I'm going to try to emulate a British accent. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Liverpool, a historic city. In Liverpool here today, you will be responsible to raise funds for the Salvation Army. The team who managed to raise the most funds will proceed to the next round.
Wow.
The team who failed to raise the most funds, we will see you at the boardroom where someone will be fired. So that was the whole process. And I was there for like 2 weeks. And they filmed it. It was a reality show.
What's the reality show called?
It's called Your Big Year. Like
Your
literally
Big
Your Big
Year.
Year. But it is no longer found online.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So it's like, they removed it or something. So sayang lah. But I went through that process. 24 of us competed and I was the only ASEAN person there. In the final 24. Singapore was not there, Vietnam was not there, Indonesia was not there. Malaysia was the sole country from Southeast Asia there. Because in the final 24, there was a bit of imbalance. And I'll tell you why. Out of 24 candidates, I remember there were 6 Americans.
Wow.
And there were like 1 Chinese, China, 1 Japanese. Canadian, there was 4 Canadians. So you can see how the imbalance.
Yeah.
So they were not inviting like 1 representative per country. If you're good, by merit, you're in. So there were more Americans that time. British, there were like 4 people. So I was the only Southeast Asian there. So from final 24, I was really lucky. My team kept winning. My team, we had an American lady, a British guy, a Polish lady, and me.
Wow.
So I have home advantage because I had a British in my team.
Yeah.
So it was great, right? And there were many strategies we deployed. I'll give you an example. Since we're talking about raising funds for the Salvation Army. So when we were given that task in the morning, it normally starts early at 7 a.m. and the task would end by 6 p.m.
My God.
So we were like, oh shit, what to do, right? So you could see other teams, They were going at shopping malls at Liverpool. That time it was hosted at Liverpool, asking people to sign up to pledge for donation. At that time, I got this crazy idea. I said, hey, why not I contact the Malaysian Student Association, UKEC, in Malaysia at that time. I would send them a Facebook message. I say, hey, I'm a Malaysian, of course. I'm representing not only Malaysia, but Southeast Asia. I need help. Is there a way for you to blast out on your Facebook wall and get as many Malaysian students to come and help me? And Malaysian students came. In the end, 11 of them came. They took the forms from me. They went around and they were like, yeah, jayakan orang Malaysia. Yeah. Very patriotic.
As you are saying this, because I love The Apprentice, the show as well. Yeah. I can imagine it as like an episode based on what
That's right. And all these Malaysians came, they helped me out. They were signing up people and boom. I remember there was one more task. We had to raise funds for a charity, but we have to do corporate fundraising, B2B. And at that time, I just sent an email to the Malaysian High Commission in London. I said, hey, is there someone you could introduce? There has to be Malaysian companies there in the UK. And they sent some contact. Hey, talk to this guy. Spoke to the people, a few of them, and like, hey, Michael, want to support your cause. Malaysian companies based in UK, let us make donation. Even though they make donation like £500.
It's
£500 is a lot, huh?
It's a lot.
And coming from a few companies, right?
Yeah.
Boom, my team won again. So we were on a winning streak. Actually, my team never lost.
Damn.
Then from 24, we cut down to the final 8.
What?
Final 8. Final
Damn,
8 already.
bro.
So in the final 8 now, the competition changed. No longer The Apprentice. Now is American Idol.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Like perform on
Okay,
stage?
so thank God. Actually, thank God they did not continue with The Apprentice format because I'm not sure if I'll win that time. But I'll tell you why. So how did they change to the American Idol format? So we don't have to sing, thank God, or not, I wouldn't have won. You will be given 10 minutes. You are now in the final 8. You have to tell the world, to audience, 300 people live audience that was gathered at the Liverpool Town Hall.
Okay.
And you have to tell audiences watching online why you should be voted as the world champion for this competition.
What?
That's a Miss Universe thing. Man.
Yes, Miss Universe thing. That's right, American Idol thing. So people have to vote. So I was given 10 minutes. I went up there. I made my pitch. And I can tell you this, right? The 7 other candidates, when they made their pitch, got one, made people cry. Because I saw the camera zoom into the audience cry. Got one fella from India. No, he's Indian from Canada, so he's representing Canada. That Canadian guy actually said, I was raised in a tough neighborhood. This is my first country abroad. I've never left Canada. I really hope that if I win this competition, I'll be able to impact lives. The crowd literally woke up. The first 2 row went on stage and hugged him.
Wow, you die already.
I died already. So in the end, I'm like, wow, my turn.
I'm from Penang.
Shit, yeah.
My food quite good.
But let me tell you what I did. So that time, I'm like, shit, I need to do something radical. Because people are all appealing to the emotion, right? So I went up there, I said, hi everyone, my name is Michael Teoh, and I'm from Malaysia. I understand you have heard pictures from my fellow colleagues. I don't use the word competitor, I use the word colleagues. You have heard pictures from my fellow colleagues that when you vote for them, you're voting for their dreams to travel around the world, to see the world. And that's a very honorable thing to do. But if I may have your briefest of attention, if you vote for me, if you vote for Malaysia, you are not voting on fulfilling my dream. You are voting on a plan. So let me now tell you my plan. Should I win this competition, I am going to start posting pictures and videos periodically on my Facebook, on my YouTube. You will be updated with the lives that I have impacted through your votes from the projects that I will be assigned to. When we come to the end of this world trip after 1 year, for those of you who have voted for me, I will create a blog spot. You can download an annual report of how your vote has helped me help you impact this number of lives, how your vote has elevated people's livelihood.
What the fuck?
And I told them, I said, If you vote for me, you're not voting on fulfilling someone's dream to travel around the world. You are voting on a plan to change the world. Let me be your extra hands and legs. Done. Guess what? No one clapped.
Well, but I am very amazed as you're saying.
Yeah,
saying
bro.
this.
I'm like, a big promise, bro.
I felt like I'm in 2010 looking at it right now. It's like, wow, I'm about to work for this guy.
Yeah.
No one clapped. It was quiet. The organizer was like, any question for candidate number 4? No question.
questions.
I'm like, okay, all right, thank you. A few people clapped. I left the stage. And I remember that time, the Lord Mayor of Liverpool was in the live voting audience. Hazel, her name is Lord, Her Excellency Hazel. She came up to me, Michael, I just want to let you know, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but so long already now I can reveal her secret. I'm not supposed to tell you this, but I voted for you. I'm like, thank you, Lord Mayor. But I could see you took a very, very radical approach, young man, from my politician experience. You could either win big or lose big. Anyway, chap, good luck to you. And guess what? The next night when they revealed the results during the award dinner, Malaysia, we won with a 70% majority in the polls.
What the fuck?
7-0.
That's crazy.
We won.
And then you travel lah.
And then we went around the world. So,
God damn, bro. Did you do the annual report at the end? It was so sad.
yeah. I mean, it was a simple report, and then people appreciated it. I put a lot of pictures, and it still exists. I think the annual report, we need to find it. My blogspot has expired, but I think on Facebook, if you go back year 2010, 2011 was the year I traveled around the world. Boom, and I can tell you there were so many crazy things, man. And guess what? People say, "Wow, Michael, you would have traveled to France, Italy." No, man. These sponsors, they send me to like Liberia,
Zimbabwe,
Mozambique. Hey, beautiful countries, by the way. Beautiful countries. These are countries that Malaysians don't normally go to. Colombia.
Bro, it's tough to get there, man.
Yeah. Colombia,
And not really off of
Ethiopia.
Zimbabwe. A lot of Zimbabwe students come here. I got quite a few Zimbabwe friends actually.
Actually, Africa's still okay because
But South America is hard.
South America is hard.
difficult,
Like Colombia
very
and all.
difficult.
I remember that time when I was applying for my visa, I went to the website. They have this huge warning like, don't go to Colombia, don't go to Nicaragua, because these are all drug cartel countries, right, at that time. So everything was processed for me. The sponsors paid, the organizers paid. And I was there doing nation building projects, building wells for families that did not have access to clean water, building stoves for families up in the mountains of Guatemala so they can cook.
Can you
warm
bring me
meals.
through the journey on how this actually started? So you win the competition.
Yes.
You go back to Malaysia and then they're like, okay, Michael.
Say goodbye to your families.
yeah,
so you
because-
go back there for 2 weeks.
Yeah, you
To
go back.
settle all your things. If you have a job, resign. So I had to resign from my job.
Oh shit, yeah.
because 1 year.
Oh
1 year,
damn.
Hey, but I am grateful because that time they say, hey, you resign from your job, but we're going to pay you allowance as you travel. So it's like £3,000 per month.
Oh shit, that's a lot of money though. God
Like,
damn.
Oh, wow. And then guess what? When I travel to those countries, right, because these organizers, they never allow us to stay in hotels.
Of course, like
So
you look
they
too
would-
posh. You guys
So they place us with host families.
oh.
So I stayed with the host families. The country that I struggled with, even though the host family was super nice to me, it's the onus is on me, was Guatemala, because that was the only host family that could not speak a single word of English.
Wow.
They were speaking Spanish with me. And I'm like, que pasor. like, buenos noches, buenos dias, mas arroz pollo. That's how I survive, in South America. Mas arroz pollo.
What
You know
does
what is
that
that?
mean?
Chicken something, right?
Pollo is chicken.
Chicken.
Mas is a lot.
More.
Arroz is rice. So every time I go to any restaurant,
Add rice, add-
mas arroz pollo. Give me a lot of rice and give me chicken. And give me agua. Agua is water.
Water.
Don't know, can survive idea. So that was my life, right? And occasionally, Sir Richard Branson, this was arranged by the organizers, he would motivate us along the way. So it was very powerful. And that was my life.
I'm really so interested. So
Please,
it's 22 countries, right?
Yes, 22.
How? And it's over the course of a year.
1 year only. Yes, right.
Okay, so you go back, you pack up your stuff,
Yeah.
and then first country is where?
UK. Back to the UK, we were given PR training.
Chibai, you fucking fly back then fly back UK.
fly
Oh
back
my
UK.
god.
We
lah.
were given PR training in London.
Okay.
They also had to announce us to the British Parliament.
Oh wow.
Because I had a chance to speak at the British Parliament.
Oh my god.
So
Jesus
and we were
Christ.
given PR training, how to appear in front of the press, what to say. And then we were off. I remember we started in Europe first. So Europe, they sent me to Hungary after UK.
Wow.
Hungary, Latvia. So
a lot of the Eastern European side first.
yes,
Okay.
only Eastern European. People ask me, did you go to the Netherlands? No. So the countries that they will assign me to go are mostly developing countries. So Eastern Europe. Once we're done with Eastern Europe, they send me to Asia.
What?
Yeah.
Not to Africa, it's like right below.
Not yet.
Oh,
so
damn.
they sent me to Asia. I was in China. And then
Which part of China?
Oh, Shanghai.
Oh, okay lah.
Yeah, Shanghai, yeah lah.
Okay lah.
No, but I struggled, because I couldn't speak Mandarin, right?
I also
I'm
struggled.
Like, 我不可以讲华语啊。我不知道。So,
Okay.
so, but I was so proud to fight. I told the sponsors, I said, I want to come back to Malaysia, even if it's only 1 week. Because this was filmed for a reality show. And I said, I want to honor my birthplace, my country.
I think that's right.
I want to come back to Malaysia. And I can tell you at that time, Malaysia was so kind. The Star NST picked up on the news. And then I was even given an audience at the Malaysian Parliament to meet some of the MPs. It was beautiful, right? And the camera crew from the UK followed me around. Yeah. And after Malaysia, I went to Africa. Africa, yeah. I was in Zimbabwe.
They could have done this first lah, but oh my god, okay.
Yeah, and I can tell you at that time, I went to Geneva a few times to give talks at the United Nations in Switzerland. So they would fly me there. I remember there was once they flew me back to New York from Zimbabwe because I was invited to speak at a UN conference there. So it was powerful, man. So that was my life. But it's not all glam. I'm not just a speaker there. On normal days, when I was placed in those countries, I had to work hard on projects. I had to dig wells for family. I had to break through rocks so that I can recycle those rocky materials to build houses for the hardcore poor. Yeah, I was doing things like that. But
that's insane, man.
That's insane,
man.
It was powerful.
And you documented everything in on Facebook, right?
Yeah, I documented everything on Facebook.
So I just need to scroll and then I can sort of track
many years. It's
now it's it's quite tough lah, bro. You should do a YouTube video on this. I think it's fucking inspirational, bro.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, God bless.
It's really one of a kind experience. I don't think a lot of people say Americans are only within their country.
Yeah.
Actually, honestly speaking, I feel like a lot of countries are people that don't really travel much lah. If you think of majority, people don't really travel much. But when you travel a lot, right? I think you're we are somewhat the same, but a little bit different. And then it opens your worldview so much.
Oh yeah.
So much, you know? And if you've been to multicultural places, right?
Oh yes.
Especially like Africa and South America.
Yeah.
Wow, I think you're maybe only 10% of Malaysians have traveled South America. I'll be real, man.
By the way, I need to share something. This is more particularly to Vincent.
Oh.
When I was traveling around the world, I was so blessed. I timed it so well.
Oh my God,
when
it's for wrestling.
Yes, hang on.
Jeez.
So I went to New York to give a speech at a UN conference. And at that time, I checked the calendar. There was a SmackDown taping at Mohegan Suns Arena. Mohegan Suns is, I can't remember which state it belongs to, but I remember it took me a 5 hours bus ride from New York.
Wow.
I timed it well. I told my sponsors, hey, I've been doing well. It's now August. I've been traveling with you guys for the past 8 months. Can I have a break? And I'm not asking for a long time. I only need 3 days. After my New York speech, I would like to have a break. And my sponsors say, okay, cool. So I timed it properly. I did budgeting. So I remember getting a bus from New York. I went to Mohegan Suns Arena and I caught the SmackDown taping. That time the world champion was Christian, defending against Randy Orton. Yes! Edge and Christian.
Field of the year.
Yeah, so I was there. I watched it. But at that time, I did not have enough budget to afford a 5-star hotel. So I remembered I slept in the bus station.
God.
Waiting for the next bus back to New York. so that I was able to take the flight back to Africa, back to Zimbabwe to continue my project. That's how much I love wrestling, man.
Man, what a life.
And then my sponsors knew about it. Sponsors like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm literally taking a bus ride over the Mohegan Suns Arena. I'm going to watch SmackDown. Yes.
That is insane.
And it was so funny, that time I was, I know I was for one night that time in US homeless because I was going to sleep at the bus station and they were telling me like, avoid
safe,
sleep.
man.
It's not safe.
Yeah.
So they were telling me like, avoid sleeping there between 1 to 4 a.m. because
You get robbed,
You
man.
get robbed, right? So I'm like, oh my goodness. And my bus was like at 9 a.m. So I remember spending time at the casino, not to gamble. I didn't have money
Just
to
to
gamble.
be safe.
Walking around and they gave out free coffee. I was just chucking down coffee to keep myself awake. And then I saw the time, it was 4:30. And I made my way to the bus station and just unrolled a sleeping bag, slept on the floor for like 2-3 hours until my bus arrived. All because of SmackDown. Randy Orton versus Christian.
I would say it's worth it, man.
Hey, it's worth it, man.
It's absolutely worth it.
It was worth it, man, at that time. And
That's fucking crazy, man.
and that was the time I watched Sin Cara botch. Sin Cara tend to do his
absolutely,
jumping
the
thing.
thing.
He botched. He had a botch. Then I was like, oh, I saw it.
Actually, Randy Orton is like my favorite wrestler because when he started, I was like 14 years old.
Nice.
And I've never missed his storyline except for Christian versus Randy Orton. That was my biggest regret because that time, WWE Raw is on Astro.
Okay.
And SmackDown was like 2 weeks delayed most
Yeah,
of the time.
yeah,
and it was
yeah,
only
yeah.
restricted to 1 hour.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
back
yeah.
then, WWE operated in like a different roster. Raw has its own roster
Yeah,
and SmackDown has its own.
That's
So
right.
Randy Orton grew up in Raw,
Yeah,
Raw. And
yeah.
then eventually he was drafted to SmackDown.
Correct.
And I heard that, he's fighting against this guy, Christian, which I have mad respect. I love him as well. Okay, maybe I'll just skip. Maybe this is just a sleeper storyline. Turns out it's a storyline of the year. It's like, what the hell? I missed out completely the whole thing.
Well, you could rewatch it now, lah.
It's
Yeah, you
different.
can, actually.
I mean, it's different when you
'Cause you
catch
know
it
the-
week to week, you know?
Oh, yeah. The feeling
You
is
don't
a bit
understand
different.
like the sentiment, like, why is so many people like cheering on this, or what are they feeling? It's like you catch up on like your
a previous game.
your football right
Yeah.
now, right? Like Manchester United right now, it's like
Yeah.
probably coming up.
Yeah.
When you catch up on a week-to-week basis and you understand
different.
the
Yeah.
sentiment, the
Yeah,
people
yeah.
that are talking.
Yeah.
So I could never catch back the magic.
The
I
feeling.
would say if
It's
I
okay.
watch that again.
There are new feuds now.
Definitely.
Can try.
Definitely.
But by the way, I'll just share, right? Honestly, at that time, Christian is great, but he's not at the level of Randy Orton, though.
Yeah, he is.
The charisma.
But right now he is.
Now lah, yeah lah.
Right now he's top of
But
the
this
top.
is in 2011, you were saying?
2011.
Wow, that's a fucking hardcore journey, bro.
That is an amazing journey, man.
Well,
when you came back, right, from this entire
Road
year
trip.
of travel, and then you like come back to KL,
Yeah.
and then you see your family again, don't you feel like it's just not the same? Because like now it's so quiet, compared to the sheer chaos of every 3-5 days, you have to move to a different place, like adapt. Then
Yeah,
you have to
yeah.
act on a lot of when you work with abject poverty,
yeah.
it's quite eye opening lah.
It is.
You know-
It was at that time.
And a
yeah.
lot of Malaysians, we reference this a lot on the podcast on how a lot of Malaysians are quite ungrateful for what we have.
Oh.
It's like a condo will have a swimming pool, a gym, and all that. And you still complain like, how come?
Say it's bad. It's not as good as the other one.
Yeah.
Especially Malaysians who are growing up, but Malaysians who are like in their mid-20s to 30s, they'll start to like appreciate what Malaysia has. to
Yeah,
offer.
Yes,
definitely,
that's right.
Growing up is
definitely.
very different.
That's
yeah,
right.
our basics at the time was like really
Yeah.
bare.
Yeah.
So I think if you come back here and then you see that, you're like, wow,
Actually,
you don't
I
know
was
what
very
you get.
grateful. I
Right?
was so grateful. I'm like, oh my God, Malaysia, wow. And I can tell you, did my velocity, did the speed of how my life was evolving, did it stop? I think more recent years, after I've become a father, I've been more steady, right? But at that time, no, after I returned back from my world trip, I was in Malaysia, my life was still like, I was finding things to do, right? I remember when I started my training company, Thriving Talents.
This one was started before. No, this was started after you.
After I came back from my world trip.
Yeah.
So I
We
came back
started
from
right
my world
after
trip.
lah.
So I came back from my world trip. My mentor got me to work on a project with agency Inovasi Malaysia when we were doing the National Corporate Innovation Index. So I was studying the most innovative companies in Malaysia. After 6 months, the project ended. Dato Sri Najib, our Prime Minister, then launched the project. We were like, yeah, so happy. And then my mentor asked me, hey, do you want to continue working for me? I said, not really, because I do not want to be analyzing Excel spreadsheets and doing benchmarking and talking to people about their company. I want to teach people. I want to grow people, right? And then that was when I started Thriving Talents. And when I started Thriving Talents, I can tell you one of the biggest lessons I learned is for most of my clients during the early days of my business, they had no longevity with me. I did not take care of them. And I'll tell you why. Because I was so used to the fast-paced life, I was recruiting clients, brands like Microsoft, Intel, HSBC, Shell, but I was recruiting them as a badge of honor.
The brand.
For the brand. I just wanted to collect as many brands as I can.
But can't blame you, bro. I listened to your story. I listened to your story. I can't blame you because when that lady from Microsoft gave you that chance.
Yes, that's right.
You know,
yeah.
She was a CSR offer instead of a real training.
Correct.
She gave you the offer, and then after that, Intel was like, wow,
yes,
Microsoft.
That's right. And
How can
Intel
you
became my second client.
Yeah, so it was it's I can tell you because I know my mom, she's in events and she started the company. It started the same way.
Yeah.
When she had a big brand.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, it was Harley Davidson and then Microsoft.
Yeah.
Because Microsoft that time is the bee's knees lah, right?
Yeah.
You know, Microsoft got budget one, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they will
yeah,
whack one lah.
Yeah.
And then it will always snowball lah. Because when a big client hears that big or smaller than Microsoft would hear that, wow.
You worked with Microsoft before.
Yeah.
Maybe I can bet on you.
It's a household name, you know.
Correct. So
That's how you get Milo. That's how you get all the other local but also big brands to somehow come to you lah.
Correct.
So I can't blame you. It's.
But if I were to offer an advice to an entrepreneur today, I would say yes, you want to go for as many brands to fill up your portfolio, right? But always remember this: a returning client is more valuable and it is more cost saving for you than you go and approach or try to entice a new client.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
And that was a hard lesson for me because I was so engrossed with collecting logos that I didn't take care of my old clients.
You know, I can feel the pain behind your just now.
Bro, the past 10 years of working in events.
There you are, right?
I can attest to that shit because when the relationship is already there.
That's right.
It's like a friend lah.
That's right, brother.
Like, why am I trying to find another friend when I have a good friend?
Correct.
Like, we already appreciate it. It's just...
That's right.
I always tell this to my wife also. I'm like,
Yeah.
you should choose to spend the energy with the people who choose to spend the energy with you.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely.
If the people choose to spend energy with you, those people are worth spending your energy with.
That's right.
That's it. It's a simple relationship. And if you somehow like kind of loosen that relationship just to, because it's like, you know, the dog that has the bone in its mouth and then you look at the fucking reflection, you're like, oh, I want another bone, and then you drop the bone.
That's right.
Literally what it is.
That's right.
Literally what it is.
That's right. So that was a lesson for me. But I'm still internally grateful. So I think today our business, we started in 2012. We've been around. Today, 70% of our business comes from recurring clients. So leads come to us now. But yet at the same time, I challenge my sales team, go out, reach out to more people. Because when you reach out to more people, we can help more people, right? And that has been so satisfying for me, John and Vincent, really. And so grateful.
What made you want to actually start it actually? What was the inspiration? Like, you said you didn't want to look at spreadsheets and everything, right? But I'm sure there's this like spark. There's always like this moment. And I think a lot of people, when they listen to people's stories, right? Yeah. They hear the hardship, they hear the success, and the journey is always leading up to that. But you know what? Okay, I'll give an example, right? For me, when I wanted to start this podcast, right, it was actually happenstance. I was in a cafe. I was with my brother and my friend. And we were having a conversation. I'm like, I was listening to Joe Rogan at the time. I was like, this should have been a podcast.
Yeah.
So it's a great conversation. Shit,
That's
man.
right.
And they're like, let's just do it. I'm like, I'll grab up my camera. I started it. And then it just kept on going.
There you go.
You know how I met Vincent? I met Vincent off YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He watched some of the videos and I'm like, let's hang out. Let's go for ramen. Had ramen.
Oh, nice.
Kicked it off.
Nice.
You know how I met my wife? YouTube comment section.
Wow.
Yeah. And like,
Look at that.
I know, I am eternally grateful for the algorithm, bro.
Wow, power. man.
I have like a specific way in terms of like how I actually work for people. I have this strategy of just being very nosy And that's what I did with here as well. Because I was watching his podcast. I was like, wow, this is a really good podcast at that time because we are actually, from the same community, but we don't know each other. But the lingo, everything is like, wow, it feels so familiar. So I want to help you. So I told him that, actually I've been downloading manually all of your podcasts and I've been tweaking the audio because your podcast audio wasn't tweaked.
It was a rubbish audio, bro.
And then I just started offering, why not I just do it for you, man? Doesn't matter. I'm going to do it anyways. Download it manually. Why not I just do it for you so that, everybody can listen better. And that's exactly the same thing I did for APAC Wrestling as well. I invited Shaukat to another podcast, not this one. And
the Let's Get It one.
Let's Get It. And then after that, some of your friends are in Let's Get It as well. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The magic guy?
David Lai.
Harith Iskandar.
Harith Iskandar, yeah.
So
Nice.
that podcast,
Nice.
You should get on it as well.
Oh, God bless. If you could make a recommendation.
Sure,
hey, absolutely, man.
Bro, it's a WhatsApp message away, bro.
God bless. Thank you.
I invited Shaukat over there. And then after that, few months later, I told him that, hey, I bought a ticket. I'm coming to your show. And then he said, oh, great. Do you happen to know how to man a camera? That's what he's asking me. I was like, sure, man. I love wrestling. Let me do it.
Yeah.
And then today, I'm behind the scenes doing switching directing, which I'm so grateful and I'm so happy because I'm fulfilling my childhood dream.
Beautiful.
Where I'm meeting wrestlers backstage. I'm talking to the camera person how you should shoot. It's like I'm part of the show. So that's actually one of the strategies that
you're like directing the show.
I'm directing
You're directing the show?
Beautiful.
So one of my strategies also is like, just to be nosy. And that relates to exactly what you're saying. Like, you could focus on the short term, but what you get out of it isn't as rewarding as what you can with the people that you go along with the journey.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, even today, the time that I did a podcast with you, it wasn't because, eventually we have this amazing studio that he personally did it with his team, but it's a journey to where we come today that managed to bring in guests like here.
It was in my house.
Yeah,
bro, it was mad, bro. Do you remember that? Oh, fucking crazy, bro. It was in my mini office sort of thing.
Yeah, going back to his question, which I want to add on to the same question, is that why you decided to do this? Because I'm kind of going into training as well.
Nice, very nice.
And why I have this is that I realize it's part of my ikigai. Growing up, my mom is a babysitter. I always have kids. I start teaching them.
Beautiful.
I grow from a jealous son. Why is this other baby here competing? Well, my mom's attention. But eventually becoming a brother, and after that going into I level in Kumon and teaching, and I started my own academy where I teach kids and teens how to become content creators as well.
Powerful.
So
wow.
So I had like starting as a digital marketer and then pivoting into training. But I realized that why I did this because I love teaching people as well.
Bro, you got a talent for it. I witnessed firsthand.
Yeah,
like,
he saw me teaching my student, just last week.
I need to see you teach so that I could also recommend you to clients.
That would be fantastic, actually.
There you go, man.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to, man. Yeah.
So I love that. He loves to talk to people, but how do you get into starting Thriving Talent?
Yeah. There had to be a spark. Something. Is it your wife that said, hey, you talk about this so much already?
I don't think it should be like that. It should be like innate ability
it
that
could
you've
be
been
anything.
doing many years.
Bro, it could be anything. I've stared at myself in the mirror for 45 minutes before until my whole body is dry. I'm standing there naked, looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, fuck am I doing in my life?
Wow.
Until my hair dried,
Right.
45 minutes, I'm just like, I need to make a change. And then I changed. I started working out like a mad dog, started studying, started reading from like 10th class, 8th class to like 2nd class.
Beautiful.
Yeah, sometimes it's just that. Sometimes it's just somebody said something crazy and you're like, you click. What is your thing, bro?
So I'm going to allude this to my book.
Okay.
Which of course you guys are getting a copy. Yay.
Thank you. And also I noticed same publisher as MJ's book.
Yeah.
Kanyin.
Kanyin, yeah.
Oh,
they are
yeah,
super
yeah.
nice. I really recommend them. So this is a book I've written called I'm Introvert, Quiet Strategies to Grow Powerful Relationships. It's a book to help people who are introverts, who may not like the crowd, who get their energy depleted whenever they talk to people. How do you still build meaningful relationships in chasing happiness in your life, in growing your careers, in growing your business? So salespeople, people who just want to build better relationships with different people in their lives need to get this book. But let me tell you how this happened. So now you have an exclusive scoop earlier where it was partly because of wrestling, because I emulated, have you smell what The Rock is, right? So it's cooking, right? So I was bullied in school. I was looking for an outlet to express myself. And I watched wrestling and I started emulating them. So it gave me that confidence boost, even though at that time it was fake confidence. But because I started emulating how the wrestlers talked at that time, my public speaking skills also improved. And because of that, I started putting myself out there. This was during high school. Let's go back, way back to the past. I was 15 years old, 16. That was when I started putting myself out there. I started joining competitions in school. And these were competitions like public speaking, drama. Come on, man. I'm a huge wrestling fan. Of course, I can act in a drama, man.
You don't believe it or not, I was also in theatre.
There you go.
Yeah, I was top also of the class. But then my mom was like, you don't earn money in theatre. I'm like, okay,
That's why you see John can be so animated.
yeah, but I don't even need to act. It is who I am.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, right? So I joined drama competition, business plan, public speaking, debating competition. And that was how I keep enhancing my skill. So much so that I can tell you this, when my book came out, my bros got a copy of it and they said, Michael, let's be honest, you just put this title here because you want to sell more books and be a bestseller, right? I said, what do you mean? Michael, you're not an introvert, Michael. You're not. We know you. You thrive in big crowds. You like to connect with people. And that was when I told my bros, actually what you didn't know was I started as an introvert. But because I was bullied so much in school, I had to train myself to become an extrovert, to fend off the bullies. I learned it very early in my life. If I have built good relationship with the disciplinary teachers,
They also sure scared.
the bullies would leave me alone, which is something that I did. So the principal is a good friend of mine because I joined so many competitions. The guru discipline literally know who am I because I'm always appearing in front of the perhimpunan.
New clubs, whatever, new things to join.
New associations, right? So the bully stayed away from me as long as I was putting myself out there. It was tiring.
It was damn tiring.
It was damn tiring.
I know a lot of introverts in my life and they tell me the same thing.
Yeah.
They're like, I need to go home and recharge.
Yes. And my bros are like, but today I see you not tired also. I say, hello, I'm running a company with 35 employees. I want to believe as I run the company, as its CEO, as its founder, I give my best to my employees. That's why last year we won Malaysia's best employer for SMEs by the Star.
Nice.
Right? I give a lot to my employees. I love them. And there's that fear. What if I cannot give them anymore? And that fear pushes me to keep networking, to keep selling, to keep doing business development.
Bro,
That's why.
The NVIDIA CEO is the exact same thing.
Right?
The NVIDIA CEO is exactly the same thing. He's like, when's your day off? I don't have a day off.
Correct.
Yeah, and then his son and his daughter decided to help him also.
Correct.
They also don't have rest. They go on holiday, all three bring laptop. Only the
Correct.
mother is enjoying the holiday, bro.
Yeah.
That is exactly how they feel. It's like,
Correct.
do you know how many people
Yeah.
depend on me?
Yes.
Do you know how much fear I feel?
That's right.
And that's what keeps you going, lah.
So that's why I wrote this book, because I'm a trained extrovert. But deep down inside, I'm still an introvert, man. I need my time to recharge. Right? And that was when my bros came to this realization. They still don't believe me until today. They are like, cannot be lah. Now you're so effortless. Speak to thousands of people. I
TED
said,
Talks
"Come on."
also.
Yeah.
Incredible.
4 times TEDx speaker. But
Man.
for me, it was trained, bro. It was trained. And what was my motivation? To help people. But the deeper motivation was, I want to work. I love to work. Because when I grow the business, I can share the wealth with my team. I want to take care of my team. I want my team, when they know they don't have to worry about their future, they do better in the business. And when they do better in the business, in our line of business, training, human capital development, we do team building, sales training, leadership training. When we do better as a business, our clients will benefit.
Yeah.
We can afford better technologies for them. We can afford to hire better trainers for them. We can afford to give them better modules, higher quality certifications. And that's what...
More effective trainings. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's what I do, right? So that's why I wrote this book. I'm introvert and I'm a trained extrovert.
But you started the book before you started Thriving Talents, or did you?
Oh no, this book only came out last year.
Oh shit!
He actually have another book called
The Potential Matrix. So let me give you a little bit of background. The Potential Matrix, you see, even the title, like, what? So when I finished my world trip in 2011, I came back in 2012. So that very same mentor who hired me to assist him in the National Corporate Innovation Index project with Dato Sri Najib, right? So that mentor asked me, so Michael, you just finished a world trip. Oh, and that time I was made National Youth Icon. Ranking alongside Dato' Lee Chong Wei, Nicole David. So my category was for volunteerism and personal development.
I also didn't know Lee Chong Wei is from Penang.
She's from Penang. Bukit Batajam. Yay!
That's insane.
Did you know Nicole David is also from Penang?
No freaking way.
Yes.
And
if I'm not wrong, Lee Chong Wei is just staying.
don't say where we are, but yeah. I know.
Yeah.
It's even Nicole.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't know why everybody's here in Setapak.
So anyway, I wrote my first book when my mentor told me, so you just finished your world trip, your National Youth Icon, so you're going to write how great you are. And I'm like, yeah, everybody does that. And my mentor told me, no, I'm going to challenge you. You're not going to write a book about how great you are. You're going to write a book about all the great people whom you have met in your world trip.
Oh.
And I want you to find a framework that all of them share. There has to be certain patterns that they display that made them so famous in the different countries you have been to. So of course, I reach out to all those contacts I've established across 22 countries. And then I said, hey, what's your secret, right? So I interviewed them and I created this framework called the Potential Matrix.
Bro, you should have recorded all these interviews. It would have been insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the book.
It's in the book. And we even have an audio book for it.
Oh,
right?
damn. Okay.
So we got that and the book was published. But at that time, I approached publishers. You know, they were like, no, we're going to take a big cut out of it. And you know what? I just self-published the book. And I used that book as a basis to launch Thriving Talents.
I see.
So then Thriving Talents, inspired by how McKinsey, BCG, Deloitte, PwC, EY, KPMG does their work, we now have a proprietary framework that backs our program when we deliver to our clients. And that was how we grew. So, Potential Matrix.
Oh, it was the book that launched Thriving Talents in a way.
That's right. And then after so many years, it was only last year, my team told me, Michael, I think it's about time you write a book about your life. But I'm like, I don't want to write a book about how cool Michael Teoh is. If I were to write a book about my life, I want to teach them a skill. And people share with me, they're like, Michael, you're one of the most well-connected person in Malaysia. So why not you write a book about networking? And I'm like, great. And then I approached Kanyin, and Kanyin as the publisher, I still remembered. They said, Michael, what's your vision for the book? I want to write a book about network to millions.
And sounds like an MJ type of book.
Well, yeah. So I remember at the time, Kanyin was like, the publisher was like, what do you mean? Networking your way to millions. Build your business through networking. And they're like, yeah, Michael, that type of book, you'll sell a lot in MLM conventions and insurance. I said, isn't that cool? And then the publisher was like, Michael, we did a research about you. We like your story, how you were bullied and how you came up. Why not you still write a book about networking, building relationships, how to make you likable among people. But you talk about the introvert side, where you were bullied, you were alienated in school. Let's talk about that.
It hits the empathy.
Yes, then the publisher said, I know, Michael, maybe your objective is to make a lot of money from selling books. But no, you don't make a lot of money selling books. Books is just a positioning, a branding tool. But there are more people out there who's getting bullied in life just because they feel they don't have a voice. Or they feel because they are a little bit more quiet compared to the rest of their peers, that they will never have a chance in life. So Michael, why not?
Do it for them.
Do it for them. I agreed. So wrote the book. I'm introvert.
Oh.
That was how it started.
Is it on Shopee? You can buy a Shopee.
Yes, on Kanyin. It's on Kanyin Shopee. And this is one of my proudest chapters.
Sutaya as well.
There's a chapter dedicated to how I built relationship with every single surviving Prime Minister in Malaysia.
Bro, PMX there, bro.
Yeah, PMX there. So basically the earliest Prime Minister I met here was Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi.
Badawi, but rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, right? And then they are like, oh yeah, how I got President Barack Obama to visit my training.
What
you would have
in
heard
the
that.
world? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you
but
heard
it's
that
just,
in other
I've never
podcasts.
seen the photo, so it's just insane.
Yeah, that was the only photo I have because we are not even allowed to bring a phone near him.
No.
All my phone, even my metal belt, was put into a container, an anti-bomb container.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was powerful.
I can resonate. I mean, like changing the title to "I am introvert" is something that I would resonate very heavily because I consider myself as introvert, but not full introvert, but ambivert. But I think people can tell as well.
Yeah.
But if there's one skill that I'm lacking, it's definitely is networking. I mean, like compared to John, John has like a magnetic, charismatic presence to it.
Do you think I come off as an extrovert? What do you think?
I think you're more extroverted than Vincent.
Yeah,
I think in the
that's fair to
scale,
say.
yeah.
That's fair to say. But I have, and my wife she's sitting behind the camera right now. She can attest to this. I have grown from 100% power extroverted to now like maybe 40%. I have dialed down.
Yes.
I think there's always finding the balance.
That's
so
right.
Yeah, there's always finding the same goes with me. It's I wouldn't say I'm completely introverted, but there's a lot of introversion that I have in my behaviors. But when comes the right time, you can kind of flip the switch a little bit.
yes.
I mean, I'm 36,
Yeah.
So you kind of develop some skills that you need to have and employ it at the right time.
That's right.
But networking is something that definitely I'm not that strong. So if you were to say this network to millions, it'll turn me off. I was like, wow, okay, all right, this is gonna be good.
I think networking is actually quite difficult for the rest of the world.
Yeah.
But you are so blessed to be in Malaysia. You know why? I just came back from a Raya / Low Sang open house last night.
Oh, nice.
Okay? And around the world, there's no such thing as open house, bro. True or not? Like, bro, you can go to the US, you can go to freaking like Japan. There's no open house. No, bro. There's no. If it's a networking event, it's like a sit-down formal thing. Over here, it's so casual, so it feels so natural.
That's right.
And when you sit down, even if someone like you're sitting alone, example, and then you see like two people sitting talking to each other, and then you just sit there and just eat, right?
Yeah.
You can probably hear in the conversation, they're talking to each other, and you're like, oh shit, I heard about that too. You just kind of just slide your way in.
Yeah.
Even if someone said the word Randy Orton talking about wrestling, bro, you're all in already.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, when we went for that networking event last night, right? I was talking to my ex PR partner, and then we were just catching up and everything. She just slowly introduced me. Oh, this is my friend Harish. This is my friend. This. I'm married to. In the end, and sometimes, right, I don't even make eye contact, but I just so happen to know the brand. There's this Japanese brand called Snow Peak. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's a camping brand, lah.
Okay.
I think it's just damn cool, lah, right?
Okay.
So I was like, hey, bro, Snow Peak, bro. That's quite legit. He's like, bro, you know Snow Peak? I'm like, I know Snow Peak.
There you are. Hey, he's already practicing one of the techniques from the book.
Yeah.
Fantastic,
I
man.
think
Find a talking point.
If in Malaysia, you get invited to Opal, just go.
Yeah, man.
It's the
You never know who you
easiest-
meet.
It's the easiest thing, and then you get free food. I mean, I'm
Exactly.
just like a win-win, man.
right,
Power.
Right. I think the biggest strategy I rely on is just being nosy.
Oh yeah,
It's like, hey, what are you into? What are you doing? Hey, let me help you, man. It's something that I think I would like to, do.
that one
Being
was
caring. This is called being caring. lah.
Yeah.
Not nosy. Being caring, bro. Being
I
caring.
see it as nosy. Yeah, there's a certain caring. It's like, hey, I mean, like, I come from different background. I have a different set of skills. Like, for example, I come over here. I mean, and it's not like he and I have like official partner agreement and this whole Yum Cha sessions is
It's
like,
just a vibe thing.
it's just literally a vibe thing. And, I've just been helping ever since.
Yeah.
And
Even MJ helps, everybody
All
pulls
the
their
people
weight.
here
Even my
comes in,
wife is
yeah.
like, she helping out with the switching today. It's kind of like how it kind of works.
so
But
there is that caring, caring to the
It's
vision that we
community,
want.
bro.
It's a community.
community.
And even so nice because he has this bunch of friends, right? They gather on every Friday night.
Yeah.
And these are the people that I don't know, but they are so open and so welcoming. I mean, like Vic, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could just easily just blend in, sit down. And sometimes I'm just sitting down being quiet.
Yeah.
But it works. I have this theory, right, that actually guys need to do something when
Yeah.
like, you know how
Wait, you mean girls don't need to do
No.
something? Look at
they
you.
can always just meet up and talk.
Yes.
But a guy, I think it's like a very caveman thing. The way we sit and how we face each other. It's not directly frontal. A male usually tilts his body a bit,
Yeah.
and it's non-aggression. But when you see two females talk, it's
Correct.
like really eye contact, face to face. It's like I'm showing all I need to show in order for you to trust me. Males is like we're trying to solve a problem.
Yeah.
We're trying to discuss about this.
Yeah.
And then that's how we work together. So like when you do the podcast and we meet up, you know this when you go to the park also, we sit in a round circle.
No, I mean like,
like
I absolutely agree, because every time I meet somebody one-on-one, even with you who I'm so close with, all right, if we met in a restaurant in a table, I will not sit face to face. I can't, it's like 4 tables sitting. If you're sitting here, I would sit over here. If I sit directly in front of you, I don't know if it's me or if
it's natural. It's a guy thing. It's a guy thing. You just don't want to fight that type of thing. So that's why I thought like, if we did the podcast regularly, so we do it every Friday night, that type of thing. It's kind of like, get people together. If you just meet, I don't know, it just feels a bit like
wasting time.
A bit lah.
Yeah. But when you meet and you know that whatever you're discussing is able to even help inspire people. Hey, some people may find this content out there
it's just entertaining,
relevant. Yeah.
It makes them feel like, they can just listen into the conversation without kind of like putting too much also. But going back to this introversion thing, right? I feel that we should also distinguish between being an introvert and being like a person that is reluctant to, put yourself out there. I think over the course of the few years, right, when I was younger, especially, a lot of people would differentiate extroversion and introversion. And I think that's fine lah. At that time, we didn't have like mobile phones and all that. But I feel right now, because you have access to the internet so early in your life as a kid, you kind of mold yourself to be an introvert. Because why put effort into having a conversation? Why try? You know what I mean? Because you're afraid of failing, right?
That's right.
And I'm not going to disclose who lah, right? But basically, this person was at work, right? And she received a WhatsApp happy birthday message.
Yeah.
Bro, the guy is literally sitting like just over there.
Yeah.
I think it's almost like a disease. I don't know.
It's interesting you mentioned that, John, because in my industry, now everyone is talking about AI or go AI training, AI education. Now that's important. I just came from an AI training myself. I'm not denying that, but I have friends who have worked with high school students now. Let's not talk about primary. I think that one, unless they change their way, it's going to be worse. The high school students now, they are so reliant on ChatGPT that they no longer have, based on what my friends managed to observe, their critical thinking faculty has deteriorated. Because now anything you ask them, if they don't want to think, I'll go ask ChatGPT.
Oh, damn.
It's like, for example, like when I go back to Penang now, if my phone battery dies and I cannot use Waze or Google Maps, I'm toast. But my father, he's 72 years old. He doesn't need a Google Maps or Waze. He literally could remember which road leads to which road in Penang, right? And that was because during my father's time, he did not have Waze. He did not have Google Maps. So
you had a paper map and then you know one way and then that's it lah.
And you have to make the effort to identify landmarks to know where you are. But I must say, I'm a victim of this as well. I didn't. I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll just use Waze. But if my phone battery dies, that's it, right? I get lost. So what happens here is this. I'm seeing a cycle. AI training is important. People are learning about AI. But the younger generation that's coming up, if they don't change their ways, what we term as soft skills, communication skills, negotiation skills, persuasion skills, problem-solving skills will be even more important.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
10 years from now, man, because 10 years from now, everyone will be so engrossed in AI. But what if AI shuts down? Or what if, you can have AI to do most of the things for you, but you still need that human interaction. You still need to persuade. You still need to influence. But if the younger generation is just so used to everything is ChatGPT, Gemini, then all these other skills that now they think, communication skills don't need lah. Leadership skills, let them learn it on their own when they work lah. These skills will be more important. And when those skills become more important, then I will be there.
No, I absolutely see exactly the trend that is moving on. So I am a digital marketing trainer. Yeah. So undoubtedly, we're going to have to go into Gen AI. But,
that's right.
Which also brings me to a question. How does a technical trainer, somebody like myself, go into soft skills like this?
Oh, it's simple. As a technical trainer, all I can say is this: you are in demand now. If you are able to digest whatever technical data, technical methodology, and present it in layman terms.
Oh, that's my
Same.
that's my thing, man.
Yeah.
There
I
you
just
go.
layman the shit out of it.
So you have a market. Like I was attending an AI training earlier, and the trainer, a good friend of mine, his name is Jonathan Chu from Pivot Lab.
So familiar, Pivot Lab.
Yeah, they're famous. So they're like one of the up and coming, leading, I would say, AI training companies out there. And he was doing this training, and he gave us this symbolic representation of what AI is. Right? He said, "Hey, for you to master AI, it's like you being a chef. You have different ingredients. If you want to cook fried rice, what do you need first? You need rice, you need oil, you need eggs, right? You need some vegetables. So AI, if you look at these dishes that you need to prepare a fried rice, AI means you have different data sets, and you need to teach the AI how to make sense of these data sets. So it's like a chef. You want to train a chef? Yes. You want to train a chef to cook fried rice, you must provide him with the ingredients first. Then you need to teach the chef what type of fried rice you want. You need to set the perimeters, the guardrails. Do you want your fried rice to be spicy? Do you want your fried rice to be less spicy? Your prompts. You need to say the same thing to
get what you want. Yeah.
Right? ChatGPT, right?
Gotta be
so
specific.
I'm like, wow, interesting. So I've never seen it that way. So he managed to break it down to such simple way for us to understand. And I think that's key for a technical trainer like yourself, or any one of you here who thinks that you are nerds, but despite being nerds in a good way, nerds where you have such high technical knowledge, and you're thinking, man, how do I make my stakeholders who are less nerd compared to me understand this? Just try to challenge yourself. What symbolic representation or story you could tell that would help you present the idea of this solution that you generated using AI convincingly, persuasively to your stakeholders?
Oh, actually, that is literally what I do, but by instinct. It's quite insane when you
do it all the time.
Yeah, that's literally what I do. I'm like, imagine if Goku, right? You know, the type of thing.
Yeah.
That is insane, you know. I didn't even know I automatically did that. It's quite wild, man.
So talking about Goku, so which is your favorite Dragon Ball character?
Oh shit, man.
Actually, are you even a Dragon Ball person?
I'm not 100%. I only Dragon Ball Z, not after.
Why? Are you one of those haters like, no, Dragon Ball Super sucks?
Yeah, I am a Vegeta fan.
Oh, you're a Vegeta fan?
Yeah, you know, I feel like, first of all, the guy got the babe. You got Bulma, bro.
Yep.
Number one. Number two, Goku, right, is some talented fuck lah, bro. Bro, he is bestowed upon him everything one, you know.
It's
like,
the same like Superman, you know. It's no fun liking Superman when he has everything.
Yeah, but no, the thing is with Goku, right?
Yeah.
He's like, so happened, he discovered this, no? It's like plot armor lah, bro.
But cannot say that anymore.
Hard, you know.
Yeah, correct. Vegeta works hard. But Goku, right, now also cannot say that anymore. Know why? He's not actually the most gifted character. Oh yeah, but he stopped at Dragon Ball Z, so he wouldn't know.
I stopped at GT, you know.
Oh, at least you went.
So you didn't even follow Super?
No,
I was going to reference a character.
I wasn't a big anime fan, so yeah.
I was going to reference Broly.
Oh, Broly. That one also, he's born with the...
He's born with...
You know what I mean? But you see, the tragedy with Vegeta, right? But the beauty also is...
He needs to work hard.
He works so hard, you know.
Correct.
And it's like unforgiving lah.
Yeah,
the plot to him is unforgiving, bro. This guy
he work hard, man. He has an entitled mind.
But he works hard for it.
He had an entitled mind. He humbled every time, bro.
He humbled because Goku works hard.
No.
Then he has to chase from like 2, 3, 4, you know?
Yeah.
In fact, he didn't even become Super Saiyan 4 on his own accord.
Yeah.
He became Super Saiyan 4 because Bulma invented some kind of machine to stimulate and bring out whatever.
I didn't reach until the point he became 4 lah, to be fair.
So, okay, here's how do you think Goku becomes Super Saiyan 4? He was fighting some kind of alien monster or whatever. And then he was, he couldn't win, of course. He
was fighting Baby.
Yeah, Baby. He was fighting Baby. And suddenly, you know, he went havoc. And he became a King Kong all of a sudden. But because he had a love for his grandchild, Pan, he shrank down and he was managed to compress all of his energy to become Super Saiyan 4.
which is the ape-looking one. lah.
Yeah.
You know how Vegeta becomes Super Saiyan 4?
Bulma created the machine for him.
Goku, Super Saiyan 4, was fighting this ultimate Dragon Ball villain at the time. You know, all the all the Dragon
Mutiara
Ball,
Naga. You really said Mutiara Naga.
all the Mutiara,
all
all
the
stringed
Dragon
out to
Ball.
become this one godlike villain.
Is it Shenron? What?
No,
Ultimate Shenron,
no,
right?
the
Is
white-
it the Jack?
Yeah,
the white color one.
the white color one.
So then after that, right, Goku can't beat him because he's so ulti power, right?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden Vegeta comes in. And then Vegeta comes in and Goku's like, what are you doing here? You can't fight this guy?
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Bulma.
I have a plan. Something like that. Then Bulma drives in this truck with this satellite thing. Vegeta lifts up in the air. Start the shit, Bulma. And then Bulma cranks up the thing to shoot a beam to Vegeta. And it's like, and then it becomes Super Saiyan 4.
Okay, Vincent, here's the part I need to interject in already. I cannot tahan anymore.
All right.
Despite Vegeta becoming Super Saiyan 4, he and Goku still lose
Oh,
to
damn.
this Shenron. Ultimate Shenron or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But guess what? This is the part I need to interject because I cannot contain my excitement. Because I'm going to review now who is my favorite Dragon Ball character of all time. Not Gohan, please.
Yeah, bro. Gohan's a loser, bro.
Gohan is worse than Vegeta and Goku at that time, bro. Okay,
Cell.
I'll tell you who. Not Cell. My favorite character of all time. It's actually two characters, but they are formed by two same people.
Tanks.
Not Gotenks. Okay, but near, close. Gogeta,
Vegeta.
and Vegito. So Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4
I see.
Goku fuse to become Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Oh my god, it's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's like a power movement. It's like Omnimon, you know.
Yeah. And Shenron can lose, but their time ran out.
Yeah, the time
It's
ran out.
always the same shit. Their time ran out, then they have to split and like, oh no. But yeah, Shenron was losing.
Is that how you pronounce it? Gogeta? I thought it's
Gogeta.
I thought it's Gogeta.
Gogeta.
Okay, so it's interesting, right? So in high school, when I learned about Gogeta, it's called Gogeta.
Yeah.
But when I watch like those dubs,
It's Gogeta.
it's called Gogeta.
I mean, it makes sense.
And you watch
Vegeta
the Japanese like Gogeta,
Oh.
Gogeta, right? But okay, I need to ask this. So Vincent, you follow Dragon Ball, right? Until
Yeah.
GT, right?
At this point, he followed more than me, lah, Teoh. I only up to Z, bro.
But GT's not really official. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
recently they just did. Yeah, it's all the bullshit stuff.
No lah, not bullshit lah. Nice fan service, fan service.
No, yeah, it's a fan service. It's like Spider-Man. Is it part of MCU? No, it isn't until Spider-Man No Way Home. Oh, that basically makes Spider-Man Tobey Maguire part of the MCU. So
That's
it's
right.
the same thing. Yeah.
That's
Okay,
right.
okay.
So I have a question: Vegito or Gogeta? Which one? Whoa!
I think Gogeta lah for me.
Really? Why?
He
think
just,
Gogeta.
I know how he look like.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how they look
He
like.
looks like Gotenks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah.
played the Budokai game.
Oh, nice.
So that's why I know how they look like. But I
yeah.
didn't follow the story up to that point. I just model my life after Vegeta. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
you work hard.
Yeah.
You're privileged.
Vegeta didn't work hard, man. He
Only in Super Saiyan 4, okay? But the rest of the time, up till the end of Z, he worked fucking hard, bro.
No, if Goku didn't surpass him, do you think he'll be working that hard? He didn't.
No, but that's why. That's why he's fueled. He's a character that is so real. Like most people are not motivated, one. But jealousy, envy is such. And then only this fucker succumbed to Majin Buu, bro. He's like, I became weak. I had a wife. I had a kid.
Yeah.
Fuck it. You know? So real.
And then here's the best part, right? He became Super Saiyan 2 when he succumbed to Majin Buu with the M sign.
Yeah.
Only for Goku to become Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, then he like just fucking suicide.
You know, you know, Vegeta didn't even work hard to go to Super Saiyan 3. He skipped the Super Saiyan 3 just so that he can become Super Saiyan 4 with the help of Bulma.
There's no Vegeta Super Saiyan 3.
No, there is none.
Oh, that's
that's
so
not- that's
sad,
not.
bro.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Hey, no. Dragon Ball Daima.
Oh
they made it
my
canon.
Oh, so the whole Daima Super
My,
Saiyan.
my brother is a big fan of Dragon Ball.
Nice.
But I'm a big fan of Naruto.
oh,
So I'm a Naruto guy. But
sweet.
yeah,
I'm actually a One Piece guy.
he's a One Piece guy.
I'm a Dragon Ball guy.
from-
True and true.
Yeah.
From like,
no other anime.
okay, one of the animes that really opened my eyes
Yeah, you gonna
was
say Attack on
Death
Titan,
Note,
please.
man.
Oh, bro.
I
That's
was
not
so
fucking
into it.
good, bro.
Yeah.
But when
First season.
Yeah,
Second
yeah,
season
yeah.
when they introduced it, I'm like, what the heck is this?
I coerced my wife into watching, I was like, yeah. Death Note pretty good.
Hey,
She's
Death
like,
Note was
sure
good.
not. Bro, damn good, bro. Holy
So
shit,
good.
man.
Death Note was good,
Yeah,
man.
it was.
Yeah,
I think even now,
Yeah.
still good.
It is.
I
it
just
is.
watched it like last year. Was it last year? Yeah, we just watched
Yeah,
last
I
year.
watched it last month while I was in my honeymoon. The
Yeah.
whole thing. So good.
So good, right?
It's so good. It's
Powerful,
amazing.
man.
Great
It
writing.
still holds up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Yu Yu Hakusho, I don't know lah. You go watch all the other animes.
Yeah. I mean, okay, watching anime, like I watch One Piece, but
No, you can't watch One Piece.
Not-
One Piece is unwatchable. It is a suffering to watch One Piece. As a big One Piece fan, watching One Piece, my God.
painful.
so you only read the manga
I
lah.
read the manga.
Do you read manga?
Yeah.
Well, the translated one lah.
Oh, of course
Translated.
lah.
So Bahasa, right?
Ah.
Yeah. Started with Doraemon. Then
But now,
Mutiara Naga.
I think my time is all translated to English online scans already.
It is. Same
Oh
thing,
no,
same
my time
thing.
was still Malay.
Oh,
Last time it's
damn.
like 350.
Yeah,
Now
350.
you go to Sutaya, 45 ringgit.
Yeah.
For the
It's so
same version
crazy.
that you had, except
Yeah,
different
yeah.
packaging.
Yeah.
Bro, we went from 350, 450, and now it's like some kind of collector item.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I
So
collected all the
expensive.
Naruto ones.
Oh, you collected Naruto
Yeah,
one.
and the Demon Slayer ones also.
Yeah, I want to go back to Gogeta.
Yeah.
Why I prefer Gogeta? First of all, I like the packaging.
The design is nice.
The design is nicer.
The design is nice.
And because they actually do the manual transformation rather than the ring.
Earring,
Yeah, the ring was like just so automatic.
But did you know there are disputes online that Vegito is stronger than Gogeta?
Really, I
Because
didn't
of
know
the
that.
aggressive behavior lah.
Vegito takes more of Vegeta.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gogeta takes more of Goku, the personality.
Oh, no wonder.
And technically, Vegito, because he's using the earring, there is no time limit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like almost perma already lah.
It's
Yeah.
almost permanent lah. Then they
Yeah,
will
yeah.
create, Akira Toriyama will create some stupid condition to separate them again.
Yeah.
But hey man, you guys, if there's one arc I can recommend in Dragon Ball Super, it's the Future Trunks arc where they fought Goku Black. That's where Vegito
Yeah.
Blue came out. Wow, that's an awesome one.
And the problem I have, right, with any Dragon Ball after Z, right, is the fact that the hair just changes color. To me. You know what I mean? It's just like at some point, it's just a scaling of power, and then they have to default back to punches and how blinking speed fast the fella can be only.
Yeah.
That's the thing I have. Like, and then as I progress watching more mangas and animes, right, I feel like it became a bit more complex with the power scaling, which is some conversation we usually have at the end of a lot of podcasts, because it would, for some reason, I don't know why, default back to fucking anime lah, okay? And then like when you look at the power scaling of Dragon Ball, that's when Akira Toriyama kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
It becomes,
it becomes a never-ending roof, and then everybody else is just fodder only.
you know, for some of the Dragon Ball fans out there, you know that they are rebooting the whole Dragon Ball Super series, right?
That's why it's Daima now, lah, right?
No. After Daima, they are rebooting now, you know.
Bro, what is
I know they reboot again. I'll tell you why. So apparently, they were not happy with how Dragon Ball, Super Saiyan Blue was introduced. If any of you watched the original Dragon Ball Super, Super Saiyan Blue became like so normal. Hey, it's supposed to be God level, you know,
Yeah.
but it became so normal, right?
See, power
So they're
scaling.
rebooting the series to reposition the power scale
See what I mean? It's a power scale thought. It's a
of
power scaling.
Super Saiyan Blue. And apparently, the series Dragon Ball Super that we saw, the first generation, it was faster than the manga. It did not follow the manga.
Oh, is it?
So apparently, Akira Toriyama was not happy when he was still alive lah. He was like, come on,
oh yeah, I forgot
always-
he passed away.
anime is always deriving content from the manga. When it is not, it's fillers. That's what happened with One Piece.
Oh, bro, Naruto also. Everywhere.
That's why don't watch One Piece. One Piece is unwatchable. Wait for the remake that is coming out.
Got remake also.
They're going to do the entire thing. It's called the One Piece, and they're going to fix the whole pacing storyline.
My
And it's going to break
God.
down into different seasons.
That's what they're doing for Naruto also.
Yeah.
They're going to do it into like a movie. So it's like 3 movies. Then you just watch 1 hour, 1 hour. Then you know the whole Naruto already.
The problem I have with Dragon Ball, right? It's like Superman and Batman. You know, Batman has been like 75 years, maybe 80 years. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love Batman as a kid. But
Right.
when you see how Batman till this day still have a super villain in Joker, my God, bro, when is the story going to end? It's never,
never
going to end.
ends.
And the problem I have with Dragon Ball is this. Dragon Ball is supposed to end at Z.
Actually, it's supposed to end at Frieza, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Did you
yeah.
know that? It was supposed to
Wow.
end at Frieza.
Yeah.
And then the publishers came back to Akira Toriyama, hey,
They
you
just
got to
keep on
do
pushing
something.
him and pushing him, and then he did more of it. So it's supposed
Yeah.
to end at Z,
Yeah.
and GT wasn't really an original story written by him. It's
Yeah.
more like a story that you really want to do it. You really want to do it.
For the money.
I'll
For the money.
supervise it.
Yeah.
I'll supervise it. And then now you move on to all this Daima and Super, right? It's falling back to the same Superman trap. Can you just let Goku die or something? I've watched Goku die like so many times.
Yeah, Goku died too many times.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's Frieza. Frieza keeps coming back.
Yeah, that's the same thing. It's the whole Superman, Goku, Batman thing where they just keep on milking the same stuff over and over again.
It's leveraging on the fact that it's nostalgic.
Yeah.
You know.
But Dragon Ball is the #1 anime franchise in Japan. Yeah?
No way.
No, yes.
No way.
so.
I'm willing to
beat
wager.
One Piece. It beat One Piece. It beat
Piece.
Naruto.
Yeah, I need you to chat GPT this shit.
But you're just buying time because One Piece will beat everybody.
One Piece is the winner.
One Piece will beat
I
everybody.
don't even like One Piece. But I know One Piece is the winner.
Let me tell you
Can
all.
you just chat GPT this real quick.
Was it?
Just real quick.
What highest selling manga?
Highest anger.
not highest selling,
highest what?
most profitable anime franchise.
Okay, most
And I remember I read that post, unless it's fake news, alert fake news. They measure it based on how international that franchise has been.
okay, so
How
most
international, like most worldwidest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you stand a chance because if it's just Japan, it's One Piece.
Yeah.
But if it's worldwide, maybe lah. Maybe it's Dragon Ball.
You know how I got to know One Piece?
How?
Aside from I keep hearing it, then I got into the characters. I played One Piece Dynasty Warriors.
Oh, I love that. Pirate Warriors.
Pirate Warriors.
In a
Oh,
Dynasty
it's
Warrior
so
style.
good.
I love it so much.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Hack and slasher.
You
Hack and slash.
turn off your brain.
Yeah.
Just go play, and that's
Yeah.
it. You don't even need to know the story. Okay.
Exactly.
Once I'm done, I go back to bed.
Exactly.
Oh.
You never played any Dynasty Warriors before.
I did, but I didn't play the Pirate Wars.
So did you like Dynasty Warriors?
I loved it, but
Powerful,
I never really remembered much of it because it's very hack and slash.
Yeah.
What I do remember, and it may sound very niche, I used to play a lot of Ratchet and Clank.
Wow, no, it's not niche. I know
is it?
Ratchet and Clank.
Okay, hear me out.
Yeah.
I play Sly Cooper. Oh, is he? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you see what I
That's
mean?
why he's
Yeah,
saying
but
it
it's
niche.
Dragon Ball is the most
Is it?
profitable franchise.
based on.
I mean, they have a lot of other
Okay,
details
other
like for
sources,
Toei animation and
If it's worldwide, then I think it's probably
Worldwide.
Dragon Ball. Yeah.
It's not in Japan only. It's like the most franchisable franchise.
I do know that the most profitable IP,
Pokemon.
is Pokemon.
Oh my god.
You don't like Pokemon?
I used
He's
to
a
like
Digimon
it,
guy, bro.
but I used to like it when it first came out.
No, I think
First generation.
Yeah.
That's the one where I remember I was so distraughted as a kid. It was, what is the league's name? Ash fought in the finals.
Elite Four.
No, not Elite Four. Not until that. Ash fought in the finals and his Charizard refused to listen to him.
Yeah.
And in
normal
the
standard.
final round, it was his Charizard versus another boy's Pikachu. And the other boy's Pikachu is named Sparky.
Wow. I didn't watch that anime. That's quite mad, way.
No,
Serious?
that's the first season.
So he fried the Charizard lah.
No, the Charizard just refused to fight and the Charizard just slapped and got disqualified. But it was so unfair because Ash, I remember that time, exhausted half of his Pokemon fighting Team Rocket. His
Yeah.
Pidgeotto was tired because he had to bring them back from a secluded island that Team Rocket dropped them at. And this was a tournament,
Yeah.
He was in the semi-finals,
But he lost lah, confirm.
Of course. And then he was,
Yeah.
oh no, I have one Pokemon left. Oh, and his Pikachu was like battered already, like survived 2 rounds already and totally cannot fight. Oh no, I have one last Pokemon. Charizard, go! And his competitor was so scared, Come on, his competitor's last Pokemon was a Pikachu. Fight a Charizard.
Yeah.
And Ash, please, Charizard, please, just this once, listen to me, just fire breath. And Charizard refused to listen to him and just slapped. And he got disqualified. I remember as a kid, I'm like, I'm not going to watch this anymore.
Oh.
This is so depressing. Why?
How old were you, bro?
Wow, that was like what? 9,
9, 10, like that?
9, 10. I was like,
Pokemon is a very different experience for me. It was such a. I remember my mom and dad refused to buy me like Game Boy games, whatever. So I used to go to my friend's house to play. And I used to make whatever excuse to go to my friend's house just to play. Until they got so
his Game
fed
Boy,
up.
His Game Boy.
No, it was an emulator on the PC.
Oh, emulator on the PC.
So my
yeah.
dad, my mom were just so pissed. They're like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm going to buy this kid a Game Boy lah. And then that's it lah.
Which one? Pokemon Yellow, Red or Blue?
For me, it was blue for some reason.
Oh, nice. Blastoise.
Yeah. And
The
I used to
Squirtle
use
one.
Blastoise a lot. And then when I used Charizard the first time, I'm like, wow, this is the shit, bro. Got wings, bro. Dragon got wings, bro. Then I just went like, I remember when I was 9 years old, my dad or my mom, I forgot, got me a gold version. And then I got this, I sound like a nerd lah, okay? But like I had a Ho-Oh. And Ho-Oh is like a flying phoenix.
Wow.
Bro, I tapao everybody, bro. Everybody, right, that used to link cable with my Game Boy and they're like, I bet I can win John. No one is beating me, bro. I will your team, I was a 9-year-old, right? And I'll look them dead in the eye. I'm like, you are going to lose hard. And I win every time.
Power, man. Looks like he has a Mewtwo, man.
No, it was a Ho-Oh. Yang Google Ho-Oh yang H-O-O-H. And like, I just... Then after that, I just like, I am so good at this game.
Choice of word.
Yeah, interesting choice of word. But okay, we understand.
Yeah, I tell you, all the kids were like, I cannot. End of the year, they cannot beat me. Then I moved schools, but Pokemon always stayed. And until today, I am like fucking 34 years old. I still am waiting for the new release. And the new release, fun fact, is called Pokemon Winds and Waves.
Yeah,
and it's
correct.
based on Malaysia and Indonesia.
What?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Wow, really?
The whole design of the game is based on Southeast Asia some more.
Right.
And you know how long it took? It took them fucking 30 years, my guy. 30 years, man. 30 years for them to actually model it after us. And it's just it's so nice to see. Like, I'm like, wow, finally.
Wait, what do you mean? Like they're creating a brand new series of Pokemon and they're based on Malaysia and Indonesia culture.
Yeah. So there's like new Pokemon.
Yeah. And the 3 Pokemon are also sort of like native to our, like one is a bird because it's like, it looks like a local bird in Indonesia. One is a Pomeranian dog, which actually is also based on Indonesia.
Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah,
That's
this is the
right.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
3
that's
in the
nice.
middle, Winds and Waves.
Wait, that's based on
Indonesian and
Nusantara lah, basically.
can say Malaya and
Because if it's Malaysia and Indonesia, it's more like a
Yeah lah.
Nusantara, that's
yeah.
right. That's
It's
right,
basically
that's right,
just the tropics.
I can't tell at all. I can't get the vibe at all.
There, okay, Yang, can you click on the character designs down there?
This one,
Down,
this
left.
one. Left.
That one. So these are the characters. This is like an explorer going through, the tropics and that thing lah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
like ready
Alright,
for
alright.
swim, ready for exploration. I think it's just incredible how it to take so long lah. But I'm a big fan lah. I go to Japan like once a year, and I always go to a Pokemon Center. She's just like, I don't know why we go to a Pokemon Center. You never buy anything from Pokemon Center anyway.
It's just the vibe, it brings you
the
back to
vibe.
the times, man.
It's just the vibe. I love it so much, man.
Yeah.
Times.
But it's just sad lah. I don't know why I do it. My brother does it the same thing. Then even MJ's into Pokemon now. And Pokemon cards now are like one of the biggest investments in the world. They
Yes,
tax
of
you.
course. Come on, man. Vincent, Logan Paul.
Yeah.
He wears a Pikachu card. No,
Pikachu.
is it
Charizard.
Charizard
I
card,
think
right?
Charizard. I
Charizard
think he just
PSA
recently
10.
sold it only.
Yeah, he recently sold
does
it.
Logan Paul gets into your algorithm?
Yeah, he
You
does.
mean?
He does.
He sold like some kind of a Pokemon card recently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At an
What was it?
auction. I
I
don't know
think
what
that's
it
the
was.
one
man.
he was wearing.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one he wears it when it
Yeah,
comes out to
yeah,
those
he's
big
like-
events.
Yeah, 1.3 million. We're like,
And I think
whoa.
like the IP of Pokemon is like is the second to Pokemon is actually Hello Kitty, and it's not even half of what Pokemon is worth.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's insane, man. Like until
sure.
today, there's a market for Pokemon for everybody. Like you know what is the biggest market in let's say Singapore? It's actually Pokemon Go for aunties and uncles.
Wow.
Yeah,
They still play.
yeah.
They uncle aunties playing Pokemon Go. I also play lah, but the
Wow.
majority of the player base is all uncle aunties. It's quite wild, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, until today, this is wild.
Wow.
Kids, they have a new generation for a new generation of kids every time.
Power.
Yeah. Yeah. Because one of the co-hosts isn't here, maybe I don't know whether I should ask the type of question on cam. I feel like
don't know.
because you know how when we know there is a guest
Into anime.
that's into anime or at least has some form of understanding of anime.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow. So suspense.
Yeah.
No, because that question was usually asked when the podcast is much younger.
Yeah.
That was before my time.
Yeah. But I think it's like I don't know whether it would be appropriate, but I can rephrase it to a more adult version. Maybe a more
Actually, I'm
age-
surprised. I'm surprised that you even thought about it.
No, because I feel it's like so rare.
Yeah,
You
maybe,
get
yeah.
like the last few guests all don't watch anime, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Go do it. This
What's
is
your question?
which-
Go ahead,
this
go
classic
ahead.
Yamcha sessions question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Which anime girl would you want to smash if you could?
Wow.
Even my wife has an anime guy she want to smash. I don't judge,
Here's the funny thing, right? And
Never found anime characters.
I can tell you when I was a guest in this podcast, he asked me, the other co-host asked me this question, I couldn't answer it. Because I didn't have it.
I couldn't as well because it's strange because well, that's a good question.
You know who I answered?
Who?
I said, I really can't think of.
Oh, don't tell me Sailor
any
Moon.
girl. No, so I said Asuka.
Asuka.
Asuka. the wrestler Asuka.
Oh, Asuka. Yeah, but she's not an anime character.
Yeah, because I'm not really a big anime character, so I said,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
why would I smash Asuka? Because I think Asuka is like the best in the game, and I really admire that.
Right. Wow, anime.
I can tell you
Yeah.
how young, what hour are we in? 2 hour 12? I can tell you whose side Saturday you want to smash that if you tell me who you want to smash.
Wow. Okay.
say
Wow.
on
This
cam.
is like
He didn't say on cam.
exclusive content,
He didn't say
right?
on
But
cam.
He said it on cam?
No, I don't think he said it on
He
cam.
didn't say it on cam. He told me off cam.
wow.
Yeah, I'll tell you who you want to smash lah. If you tell me who you want to smash lah.
Goodness. You know, it's interesting because a lot of the animes I follow,
Not many attractive female.
but I never look at the female side,
Oh damn!
right?
think
Unless like
growing up as
no.
Growing up as a kid, who only watches Doraemon, Shin-chan, and Dragon Ball because TV and TV7 or something.
Yeah.
Closest is probably just Android 18.
Oh, Android anything quite.
Because that's the only
Quite
character
babe.
that I felt that they presented that way.
No, to me it was when I was young. It was
agree.
Bulma lah. Because
they
Bulma is
never
so attractive.
present
Yeah, bro.
Bulma
She
that
used to
way.
like flip the dress
It's
and
more
then
like kiddie style, right?
Yeah. Oh, I can't. Guys, honestly, I can't name a character because, I mean, I can tell you this, like,
which anime character do you find attractive? Do you feel like is the best design for a female then?
Oh my goodness, this question is so hard. And I have been in debates before. My God, but I never got asked this question. Let me see.
Actually, I think Eva Evangelion.
I have no
No, I
idea.
don't like.
Shit. You don't like Eva?
No. I'm like, let me
Oh.
see. Well, what are some latest anime?
Demon Slayer?
Demon Slayer lor.
All right. Okay, I have one.
Ah.
And it's the most recent anime. And this is only relevant to Kamen Rider fans.
Okay, sure.
So there is an anime called Toshiba Wants to Be a Kamen Rider.
What in the world?
Yeah.
Toshiba, like the brand?
No. It's like the name of the guy. You can go and Google Toshiba Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. It's this grown-up guy. Yeah, this one.
Wow, I love the
Wow,
art.
the art design damn nice,
The art
right?
is
Yeah.
fantastic.
It's high quality. You guys watch it. I think it's episode 14 now.
Oh, the girl
I would-
character is the
Yeah, so the girl is called Tackle. She is a homage to the supporting character to Kamen Rider Stronger from the 1970s. It's the girl that dresses up like a ladybug over there.
Oh,
I would say she's hot.
oh,
without a doubt.
That is
That's the same lady, is it?
So that's the same lady, the one wearing specs.
okay.
So that's her. So this story, it's about people who love Kamen Rider so much that they start becoming a Kamen Rider.
Wow.
But Kamen Rider is a fictional character. So this guy here, he's 40 years old. He buys a Kamen Rider mask.
Is this
wears it
available on
around-
Netflix?
Yeah, no, not Netflix. You need to stream it, find it
Oh.
online. And he starts going around town
fighting crime.
fighting crime. It's like Batman, but in a very lame way because he's just
Right,
a guy
it's
wearing
like
a Mask
Kick-Ass,
Rider
Kick-Ass,
mask.
yeah.
But here's the catch, right? Only for him to realize that the villain, Shocker, is actually a real thing. And there's like
way.
real mutants, like mutated spider, mutated bat.
Oh shit!
villain.
So it's basically he literally like goes down this rabbit hole and you're like, wait,
Yeah.
there's real.
It's real, correct. So this entire premise of the anime, it's a parody of Kamen Rider.
But-
it's like how stupid Kamen Rider is, right? And how silly it is, and how these grown-up adults, 1980s babies, they all grew up with the cartoon, with the show, and they cannot forget about their childhood. But
Well, that's some meta shit.
I
bro.
am so in this story. You know why?
Yeah.
Growing up, I've always seen Kamen Rider,
yeah,
but I don't know what is Kamen Rider because back then there's no internet. And
Yeah,
Kamen
yeah,
Rider
yeah.
wasn't really shown on TV.
Correct.
So Kamen Riders got spread around
It's the
through
toys, right?
word of mouth.
Through word of mouth,
No,
yeah.
it's a show.
it's a show. It's a
Yeah,
show.
I know, but I saw the toys a lot. lah.
Definitely there's toys. So how I ended up seeing Kamen Rider is that time I'm probably 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
That means my memory is so unclear of what Kamen Rider is.
Yeah.
I can only remember going to uncle's place. They
Yeah,
put in the VHS
Yeah,
and they play for a while. I gotta go.
Yeah,
So ever since then, right, I've been trying to chase what Kamen Rider is, and I've never did until today when there's all internet. Yeah.
Yeah.
But growing up until like being a teen, right?
Yeah.
What is this Kamen Rider?
yeah.
This is like going to be
This
a
the
perfect
one-
show for me.
I also
to
don't
check
really
out.
know. I only know Kamen Rider as the brand, and I only know there's a transformation, and he's on a motorbike.
Yeah.
If I could ask our host, if you just type on Google all Kamen Rider forms,
Yeah,
And you're
I've
gonna
seen
be
those
wowed.
things, but I have no idea what is actually the story,
all Kamen Rider forms,
the history.
Wow, there's so many. What the
Yeah,
hell?
you can
man?
click on that one. That's right. You see all the forms there. If you click, you bring it up.
Wow. Open image new tab.
Yeah, even that, the one down there, you see over
Wow.
there.
This would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
But wait. Is it like a superpower type of thing?
Yeah, it's bugs.
Wait, do you know
Superpower
anything
bug.
about
Oh,
Kamen Rider?
superpower
Kamen
bugs.
Rider?
Huh?
Do you know anything
Masked
about
Rider,
Kamen
Masked Rider.
Yeah, I only know it's you can transform and they're on the motorbike and then they fight crime.
Yeah, it's called Kamen Rider. That's why it's the rider.
Oh, you know, that's the extent I know about it.
You know,
And then
I'm very interested with the Netflix because I actually don't want to see the actual Kamen Rider. You know, when you're a kid, all right, and you found something that you used to love and you think back, you know, when I was a kid, all right, mom used to bring me this or have this one thing and it becomes so unique and special and romantic that if you actually have the access to the same thing,
you might not find it romantic anymore.
you don't find it romantic anymore.
Yeah.
So I actually don't want to know anything about Kamen Rider, but the Netflix, the anime they talk about is going to be the perfect serve, man.
Yeah,
Wow, bro, that's
it's
quite
really
mad,
nice.
bro. That's such a niche.
And it makes a parody out of people
real.
like us who are now growing into this consumer market where we can now afford to buy all those toys that we grew up with during our childhood. So that cartoon, the anime, was a parody. It's a reflection of that.
Very nice.
So it's like, you know, every year when a new Ultraman is announced, Malaysia will have the live shows. You'll be shocked.
Yeah.
I would line up for the live shows, but everyone lining up with me, you think are kids, right? They're not kids. They're people our age, bro.
But wait. Let me just dial that back a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you mean there's a new Ultraman every year?
There's a new Ultraman every year.
I have no idea, man.
There's a new Ultraman every year. You can just type latest Ultraman.
Ultraman 2026?
2026. Latest Ultraman. Well, 2026 don't yet come out. It's Ultraman Teoh, but they haven't announced it yet.
I like how you
just
even know
type
that. That's insane.
latest Ultraman 2025. You go and see. Yeah.
You mean it's a new Ultraman?
There. Every year.
Wow, quite cool, the design.
And every year in Malaysia, they have a stage show.
What do they do on the stage show?
Fight monsters, and then they sell merchandise. And every year, sold out, and I will go and attend the show. I bring my kids, and my wife will know. You're bringing your kids, but it's not your kids' interest, it's your interest, right? I say yes.
Oh, Delta is like the most famous current one, is it? I recognize Delta.
Those are forms.
Oh.
All these forms belong to one Ultraman. What? Alpha, Beta, Delta, Gamma, Omega, no, but Sigma, yes. So this is the new generation of Ultraman. And can you imagine these costume people appear on stage and I'll be there in line with other grown-ups and they are with their kids and I would ask them, bro, your kid is just 2 years old. He's too young to know what's Ultraman. And they will look at me.
You
and
judging
like,
other people and being that you, I don't. Yeah, my kid at least is 8 or 9.
No, but here's the funny thing, right? Once I say that to the person will be, bro, kita sama, bro. You tengok Ultraman apa? Ultraman Taro, bro. I tengok Ultraman Ace, bro. Wah, bagus, bro.
Mine was
She is
Gaia.
Oh, Gaia, yeah. Gaia, Agul, Tiga, Dyna.
I only remember like 3 things. One is Ultraman will do this. Because I used to do that in all my photos as a kid.
Yeah.
Like this, like your arms are posed like this.
Yeah.
And then I know that when Ultraman is weak, the thing,
The blink, yeah.
it will become like red. And then after that, he will somehow find a way and then U-turn and then win.
There's now one Ultraman called Ultraman Blazer. You could check it out. Blazar. This Ultraman beats monsters into submission.
Oh, damn, bro. That's a
with
bit
a crippler crossface.
Yeah, this is the one.
so you see, cool with the design.
Yeah,
Wow,
correct.
it's a half.
So it looks wild. It
that's
looks wild.
crazy.
And this is the Ultraman that is unpolished. If you go YouTube, you watch his fight scenes, right? He groans. So it's like a caveman Ultraman. And he's cool, man. He beats monsters into submission, you know.
Wow.
Like he literally beats the
Actually,
monsters
it's
to
very
death.
wrestling-esque.
Yes.
I love the imbalance of the design too.
And here's a trivia. If you watch any of his fight scene, they took his move from Silat.
No way.
Well, that does look very Silatish.
Correct.
Wow, that's so interesting, man.
Yeah. So there you go. This was released in 2023.
Do you go to Japan often?
No, I've only been there once, but I would like to go there again. Yeah.
Bro, if you
I
go to
don't
Japan, right, like
Yeah,
you would
I'll-
be...
I've been there once. I went to Akibahara.
when did you go?
Oh, this was
Before
let me
COVID?
see. Before COVID. This was during Ultraman Orb. And in terms of Power Ranger, it was Q Ranger, the Cosmic Power Ranger. So yeah.
Wait, that's your favorite, I think. Was it Q Ranger your favorite?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I
Well,
remember
you know.
that.
Yeah,
I
Q
remember-
Ranger,
yeah.
the cosmic one. The one
Mine
that
was the original Red Ranger.
what from Mighty Morphin Power
Yeah,
Rangers.
Mighty Morphin. Bro, you know, she asked me, hey, what you want for your birthday? I'm like, I want a fucking Power Ranger helmet. And she's like,
Hey, but you're cooler because a lot of boys during my time,
I'm
right?
not the only one.
Yeah. You know, here's the thing, right? A lot of boys, my peers during my time, they used to like the Red Ranger until Tommy Oliver came out. And they're like, oh my God, it's the Green Ranger, man.
Became the Green Ranger, bro.
And then after that, when the Green Ranger came out, they're like, oh my God. And then after the White
White
Ranger came
Ranger,
out,
bro.
then they're like, oh my God. And then now for the more grown-up fans like us, Lord Draken.
Oh, I don't know Draken.
If you go Google Lord Draken, it's a fusion between the White Ranger power and Green Ranger power, and it's pure evil.
Oh,
You can type it out,
shit.
Lord Draken.
But Green Ranger was a bit evil or something like that, right?
He was evil.
he was.
Yeah, he was. Lord Draken.
Oh, damn.
So it only appeared in the comics so far.
Oh,
But
wow.
so
That
you
fusion
go to
quite
the left.
sick, bro.
Yeah, you go to the left over there, you click expand.
Wow. Quite nice with the design.
So this is Lord Draken. So it's a fusion between the Tiger Zord and the Dragon Zord powers.
Wow.
And this is pure evil. This is the Tommy Oliver that can travel the multiverse.
Oh, then he became like Fantastic Four, the what's that guy? The
Kang
evil
the
Fantastic
Conqueror.
Four. No, there's an evil Fantastic Four,
Silver Surfer?
Mr. Fantastic one called the fuck lah. I don't know why this is failing me now, bro. Oh my fucking God. Like I thought I could count on my brain. There's an evil Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four one. For evil Mr. Fantastic. Wait, sorry. What's his name again? The Maker. Yeah, I'm also a bit of a Marvel nerd lah. So the Maker is the same concept like. He basically travels all the multiverses, and he's a Mr. Fantastic that's gone fucked.
Okay.
Yeah. Similar. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, but I told my wife like, I want a Red Ranger helmet, and she was like, "Yang, are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Hey, now the Red Ranger helmet is not the cheapo one. Now it's the super awesome
Bro,
one.
I can wear it, bro.
And you can change your voice to Jason's voice. Yeah. My friend bought the Lord Draken. So you talk, it becomes Tommy Oliver's voice.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. But I cannot wear it now because I got a man bun and it's kind of like...
Hey, but bro, you know one mask is how much, right? Freaking like 5K, bro.
No,
Ringgit.
my one is only like what, 400, I think? Like 300-400 ringgit.
Okay lah, so yours one is the cosplay one. His one is lebe. His one got like
the
built-in
voice.
speaker, the voice
features,
changer one.
But hey,
Oh,
man, I
damn.
saw it looks pretty legit.
Yeah, I wanted to put it in studio, but I love it at my house more lah.
Oh, nice. So you do have a Red Ranger helmet.
Yes.
I do. Yeah, she got it for my birthday.
It looks
yeah.
nice.
Oh, that's
It
so
looks- It looks legit. I would have
nice.
thought that that's actually the real thing.
Right, bro. It's pretty fucking legit, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Do you know about this anime? I know I'm sidetracking a bit lah. Okay, but like, have you heard of this anime where actually all the Power Rangers are bad?
Yeah.
You know about it, right?
Bro,
Fucking good anime, bro. That one.
Bro. So,
Yeah.
bro, that anime, the production house produced that Kamen Rider anime.
Oh shit!
So it's the same wavelength.
Oh damn, bro. The story is that interesting. It's basically all the
Yeah.
Power Rangers are actually evil.
Yeah.
They hold all the villains in one realm, and
Yeah,
they say
correct.
that you need to fight us every time and make us look like we are the good guys.
Correct.
What is
Yes.
going on?
Yeah,
Yes,
bro.
yes.
It's a fucked up thing, and actually all the Rangers are fucking evil one. They
Yeah,
just
yeah.
portray themselves as the winner all the time,
Well,
and then
how
the
many
villains will be like, "Hayo, another week. We have to send another."
Yeah. Correct.
We have to be
correct.
creative with the villain
Correct.
now. We already did a crab monster. We already did a
yeah.
lobster monster. What else?
yeah.
Enough crustaceans. We need to do other.
Yeah.
It's quite a parody. So this monster, he escapes and then he tries to become a Power Ranger
What?
to internally fuck them. You know.
Wait, how many seasons is this? I'm very interested now. All of a
I
sudden
think it's
with
like
this
a
top series.
it's like a 2-season thing.
All these are like parody
Yeah.
that will appeal to us because
we know, you know?
we know, right? And we were brought up in that generation, right? So yeah, you should try the Kamen Rider one.
Yeah, I'll try to comment right now.
This is the variance that I want to stories like this. You know, I don't want to see
The
like
traditional.
Yeah, I mean, imagine Power Rangers still run today. It'd probably be like 25th, 30th generation.
I think they still do, but it's a different take.
It's
on
a different
it,
take.
right?
Hey,
Yeah.
but they stopped already, bro.
Is it?
they have
So
to,
Power
man.
Rangers stopped.
The Space Rangers.
Super Sentai also stopped. Now they replace it with Metal Heroes.
Oh.
So now they are back to Gavan, Sharivan, Shader, the Metal Hero series. They stopped it because they can't milk it anymore.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
sad.
the problem is that when they keep on doing it, they're just milking it. And that's how I feel about Dragon Ball. Okay, but one thing I would say Dragon Ball is good is that at least they try to make it different to appeal to a brand
Do
new
they though?
audience.
Do they though?
I don't know. That's what I'm feeling.
Do
And
they?
that's why they go back to Daima, right?
Yeah. Between Super and Daima, I'm all in for Super. Daima, honestly, I struggled. I'm like,
A lot of all the today's animes and mangas are just basically like trying to capture nostalgia.
yes, correct. That's true though.
It's very difficult for them to create something fresh.
Except for One Piece.
Bro, One Piece didn't even stop. So how can you recreate something that didn't stop?
Because
they didn't
just
even have a
keep on
chance.
going.
Yeah, they didn't even have a
I
chance.
thought
right?
the wasted potential was Bleach.
Yeah.
I thought Bleach could have been like One Piece.
Yeah. But I heard a lot of people speak very highly of Thousand Year
Oh,
Arc.
that one. Yeah.
The Blood War or something. Like a lot of people say it's really nice, but I'm not a fan of Bleach. I watched it up to the Espadas and then I just like tapered off. I don't know why.
Oh.
Yeah. But I love the artwork. Tite Kubo is like incredible. I just felt like when I was hitting my mid-20s to late 20s, that's when I started to gravitate to a bit of the more mature, like seinen manga, like Berserk, like Vagabond. You know Vagabond? I don't know whether you heard Vagabond. It's
Heard of it before.
same artist as Slam Dunk. It's beautiful. It's about Musashi, the samurai.
Oh, what is Musashi?
He's this samurai who defeated like 60 to 80 samurais with a wooden sword or something like that.
Ooh.
And he's just an asshole actually. He would purposely be late and then the samurai would be damn pissed. Then he would just like make sure the sun is shining in his eye. Then he whack him. Then he lose. He's just an asshole, but he's a philosopher. He's a real samurai in real life.
He wrote the Book of 10 Rings.
The Book of
like
10
that,
Rings.
right?
Yeah.
He's like Japan's answer to the Art of War.
Yeah. Sort of. Yeah, this is the guy.
Yeah, there you go.
Musashi Samurai.
Yeah.
Miyamoto Musashi.
But if you play Samurai Warriors, right, he's not the most useful character, yeah.
Samurai Warriors is such a familiar game.
It's a Dynasty Warriors.
Is it PS2?
Yes, PS2.
Yeah, I think
There's also in PS3 and PS4.
Oh my god.
It's like I follow all the Dynasty series, bro. You talk to me about games, Resident Evil, Final.
that's why you were so like, Devil May Cry.
Yeah, Devil May Cry. Yeah,
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. My favorite Final Fantasy, still the best Final Fantasy of all time, is Final Fantasy 15.
Oh fuck, man! No, man.
I don't care. I
Bro,
don't care what
no.
you say. You're like, oh man, looks like a bunch of gay men. It's like going on a bro trip. Nope, it's still the best Final Fantasy. It used to be Final Fantasy 10.
Bro, 10 is
And
so
then-
godlike, bro.
I know, but 15 came out. I'm like, wow.
This PS5, ah?
No, 15 is for PS4.
Okay.
Oh, I love it, man. I love the open world concept. Oh, I love leveling up. I love getting my character to stay in hotels.
I just don't like the gameplay system after the FF10.
Yeah, because, okay.
It's not turn-based anymore. So like my wife is a big
It's
fan
an action
of...
RPG.
Yeah, she's a big fan of FF8.
Okay.
She's a Squall.
Squall, yeah.
Leonhardt. Yeah, that's her
I
her
know.
crush.
Yeah.
Right. To me, it's FF10. I tried to like FF7.
Tidus and
Bro,
Yuna.
Tidus and Yuna is... What a love story, bro.
I know.
Love that was not meant to be, bro. And not only that, I'm a big fan of Kingdom Hearts.
Nice.
Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
Then how come you don't like their new engine? Because Kingdom Hearts is action RPG. It's not turn-based anymore.
I know, but hear me out. I play Kingdom Hearts first, then I play Final Fantasy X. So technically, right, I'm like, who are these characters? I don't even know because I don't really play Final Fantasy. But I know Cloud,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
So after I play Kingdom Hearts, I'm just like, oh my god, this is Riku. Oh. So after I play that, I kind of get it. Then I get, this is Auron.
Okay.
So my timelines are a bit messed up because I played
It's
Kingdom Hearts
alright.
first, then when I played Final Fantasy. But I grew so attached because Final Fantasy is a game that taught me that it's not about the reactionary hand-eye coordination. It's actually tactical. Like when you fight with your dad, Jacked, it's like you need to know that you cannot exactly whack him. You need to heal him to attack him or some shit like that one. It's quite unique. And at that time, the internet is so fucking slow, right? So you cannot even find for guides, bro. You're just like, I need to go school and you ask my friend again, lah. Fuck.
I used to buy those game guidebooks.
I used to too. But
man,
like,
those magazines.
it's so expensive for the real one.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
of
so
course.
we would bring it, smuggle it to school.
Yeah,
Then I
photostat,
try, like, bro, don't lose it. Then you photostat the shit out of it.
Yeah.
So
Oh, those were the days.
Final Fantasy X was the first Final Fantasy I completed. And,
Same.
And at the
Same.
end of it,
Yeah.
bro, I cried, as a 15-year-old, I'm just like, wait,
Okay lah.
Yuna don't get together.
Yeah.
Yuna says goodbye and Tidus just
Yeah.
goes back to his time. And I'm just like, life is fucking cruel, right?
It's interesting. I did not cry in FF10.
You did? Wow, bro!
I cried at 15.
Oh,
When I finished 15, I'm like, the game is over. Oh no!
Oh.
What am I gonna do with my life now?
Yeah, I know. I have the same feeling.
No,
I have
but
the same feeling.
have you played 15?
No, I have not.
It's open world, I know fans have criticized it. They're like, it's open world, but it's so nice, bro.
Story good, huh?
Story is good, but I just love the open world concept, bro.
You see, that's
It's
the thing.
so vast.
That's the thing. Like I like both my wife and I, we know we are story people. Like I gotta play for the story. Like even Pokemon Arceus is the game, right, where we're like, wow, fuck, this is damn good, bro. no other Pokemon game got story. The rest is all some chaplang story.
Yeah.
When there's a good story involved, I'm so invested in
Wait,
it.
so you're saying like 15 don't have a good story, is it?
He's saying story is okay lah.
Story is okay.
Did you play any Final Fantasy?
Okay.
I tried once during PS1, but I don't like the turn-based thing.
Wow.
Oh, you don't like turn-based.
So what 15 is no longer turn-based.
You would have played
no.
7 and 8 then. And 9.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10.
No,
10
I
also,
since
but
the
yeah,
Final
PS1.
Fantasy
No,
and
PS1
PS1, then I just kind of gave up. I never explored.
Actually,
Final
9
Fantasy
is one of the worst lah. 9 is all chibi one. Then you're like, what the fuck is this
Hey,
shit?
gonna have a remake.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hey,
They-
I think I have this one. At
Hey,
home.
bro. Then you
Just
must
lying
play,
down.
bro.
I
Hey,
tried.
but you have a lot of hours. It's a lot of hours playing this because it's open world.
How did you manage your business playing all this shit?
Oh, this one.
mad lah.
I remember my wife was pregnant. And I just played like, I don't know, it was like the holidays or something or weekends. I'll finish my proposals, whatever meetings I have to do. And then I'll play from 8 a.m. all the way up to like 10 p.m. I just pause my PS4.
Fucking hardcore, bro.
I just pause my PS4 to go and like eat lunch.
Take a
then
shit,
come
then you
back.
come back.
And then come back and play again. This is hardcore. This is 15, man. This is... And you know, I'm the type of player that grinds.
Oh, me too. Me
So
too.
I will
I'm
like...
a grinder too.
I will grind. I'll be super OP'd. Then when I meet the bosses, I'll ask my
Yeah,
wife,
it'll be
come,
like so
come.
easy.
Watch me play.
Oh my
See
God,
how I
this is
beat
me.
up.
This is me. I'm like, hey, yeah, check it out. Bam.
So my wife is the opposite.
Oh.
So my wife, she played God of War. She plays... she gave up on Final Fantasy because... So she's the type where I go with the flow.
Okay. It's basically there's a path. for
Yeah,
you, lah.
I just
It's
go with
linear
the
gameplay. Yeah.
I just go with the flow. Me, no, man. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go online. I'm gonna check how other players beat this boss. I'll now watch YouTube video of other players beat this boss. And my wife's like, what's the fun in that?
I
You're
agree
supposed
with
to
your
be
wife.
guessing.
I
but
agree
I'm
with your
like,
wife.
but I'm like, no, I want to win.
You're maxing the game lah.
I'm maxing the game. I want to win. Oh, this is how they do it. And then my wife's like, you just watched how someone beat the boss on YouTube. Why do you still need to grind? I want to make it easier to beat the boss. So it's like,
I'm in agreement with your wife.
That's some kind of obsession, is that you want to overpower the boss.
My
Yeah,
wife
yeah,
is like
yeah.
that. She's like that. She will watch the whole game online, then play the game. Then not sure,
My God.
watch again.
yeah,
Then I'm
correct.
like-
Same. So I'm like your wife.
Then I'm like, why would you do that? You already know the story. She's like, that's not the point. Yeah, I don't waste my time. I want to know the perfect ending. I'm like, oh,
Okay, one thing though.
it's just not the right. It's just not your ending.
But one thing though, I will skip the cutscenes.
Do you see
I-
the cutscenes? Oh my
We skip the
God.
cutscenes one.
Oh my God.
We
What's
will
the
watch
point?
how they fight the boss.
Oh, just to learn, but then when you play,
To
you
learn.
watch the whole cutscene yourself.
Yes.
I see. So
So
you're
we only
saving the story in the game.
Yeah, so we will skip the cutscenes. We will go straight. Okay, how to fight the boss? What? Can teleport one of the boss? Bloody hell! After he achieve his third form, he can teleport. I'm ready this time.
Yes.
And then I can tell you some commentary like, oh, before he teleport, you must cast stone. Okay.
This must be some kind of trauma from back then when you're playing games in Nintendo and you only have like 2 lives, but then
yeah.
you can't predict what's going on, and then you ended up losing that 2 lives and had to start
That's
all
right.
over again. I
That's
think it's
right.
like
No save point.
That's why I always buy last time Contra. If you remember the one, Contra.
Contra,
my
Contra.
God. Contra is so fucking difficult, bro.
Bro, I go to the shop. They were still selling it in cassette format, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Nintendo.
yeah. Game Shark.
Not Game Shark. These are like cassette
The
format.
I know,
That's
but I was
different.
like thinking, are you gonna buy a Game Shark? Then
No.
you're gonna fucking cheat it?
But you know, Nintendo, they have modified versions, right?
Huh?
Have you heard of Contra with 99 lives?
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
So I'll go to the shop. Uncle. That time I was like 7, 8 years old. Uncle, go with my parents. I want Contra. Then uncle will come, this Contra. No, I want the 199 lives one.
Bro, the uncle is judging you so hard.
Yeah, I
right
thought
now.
the uncle was like,
Yeah, but don't
wait,
play, you
wait.
199 lives.
So it's like, nah, here 99 lives one. Oh, then I can test uncle, test. So you put, you know that one where you take the cartridge, you blow.
Yeah.
Then you put, wow, uncle, see, got so many bars, 99 lives. Okay, I buy this. Settle, bro. Settle. 99 lives Contra.
I think it's because maybe like you're not really okay. I am not a gamer, but I
Oh.
just recently managed to buy a secondhand PS4, 700 that has tons of games. That's why I think I have Final Fantasy as well. Just finished playing Red Dead Redemption.
Bro,
Great
Red Dead
game.
Redemption fucking good,
So
bro.
good.
Bro,
And-
Red, you see, look at my watch, she's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
It's
boy.
so good. After playing Red Dead Redemption, I
2
got
or 1?
2. I got
2 is
so
weird,
much
yeah.
into the Wild West story, but that's not the point. But I'm not a gamer, so like I would just play the story and it's
Explore.
fine. Yeah, explore. It's okay if I die.
Yeah, same lah.
Yeah,
I
but,
also
but,
like
but
that.
some people will be like,
Oh,
I don't want to die.
So
yeah.
Jen,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
She's
Sorry,
damn funny.
man,
She's
I'm-
like, I need to find the
I'm that.
KKK.
Yeah.
I need to find the KKK. She's like, spend one whole
Red
day.
Dead Redemption is
Yeah,
good.
she's trying to find the KKK. Oh my
Yeah,
god, like
yeah,
this
yeah,
girl.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, lah.
Yeah.
But I agree, Red Dead Redemption fucking good.
Yo, this was my
Yeah, yeah,
personality
yeah.
for the last 2 months, man.
Oh, is
Every
it?
day.
Cowboy.
I'm a cowboy.
Bro,
Working
I was
in
like that for a
ranch.
week, man. I was like that for a week. Have you played Red Dead Redemption?
Yes, but I did not finish the game.
Don't need to finish, just enjoy.
I tried Grand Theft Auto. The game that really I liked was the Dynasty Warriors series, Samurai Warriors series, Pirates Warriors
Yeah,
series,
playing it so much now.
Final Fantasy 15, 10. I thought Final Fantasy X2 sucked.
Oh, sucked balls.
X2 sucked.
balls,
yeah, the
man,
one where it's all lady cast. Right?
Yeah, it's Yuna, Riku, and Pain.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That one sucks.
Yeah,
Wait,
but Riku's so hot
there's
lah.
a very important question I didn't ask.
Yeah.
Do you play WWE 2K?
Of course.
Bro, let's play.
Of course.
We gotta
Bro,
play.
actually,
Oh, well.
I got PS2 right here. I got PS2 right here. Hooked up.
You spend
I got
We-
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 also.
Voila! Hey, another day. We should do that.
We should,
Then
we
maybe
should,
we
we
could
should,
live
yeah.
stream it and with commentary.
Oh, bro,
Yeah.
you live nearby, only master tap out only
bro.
must chill lah. Come on, by.
Go stop up. We gotta play wrestling.
Yeah, I even have a PlayStation 1 from Japan right here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's hooked up to the monitor over there.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
What time is it now?
Hey, but WWE 2K.
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 Bro, we
And
gotta
then
play.
Marvel, wow, that one
Marvel's Capcom
button
2.
smashing thing, man.
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
2K, man. Yeah, let's have another time. It'll be so nice, man. Like streaming, like
Sure.
we can stream it and then all of our viewers can see, right? Like,
Wow,
yeah,
it'll be
there
damn
you
fun.
go, man.
It'll be damn fun.
Wow.
It'll be damn fun.
Wait, but I be scared lah.
No, like chill lah, bro. It's just
No,
for
because
fun.
I'll tell you why. All my 2K game, it's damn stupid also. I changed the difficulty to easy one. No.
Oh.
I just don't like.
This is you and her are exact. I'm the complete opposite. I play hardest mode.
So my wife, right, she will play like the normal mode or hardest mode. She want to test herself.
Yeah, same.
But when she cannot pass the stage, get irritated lah. Like, "Whoa." Then I'm like, yeah, why you buy game to be frustrated? Buy game must enjoy. So when you play the game, you change to the easiest difficulty and play. The only time I'll change to the difficulty
is if you
is when
completed the game.
completed the game and also I want to go for a trophy.
Oh, yeah lah. Or a secret ending or
Or
whatever.
a secret ending,
Yeah.
right? But trust me, man, if I go for secret ending, I would max the shit out of all my weapons, bro.
I cannot lah. I feel like now. Wait, do you own a Nintendo Switch by any chance?
Yeah, my wife does.
Oh, okay.
So,
Are you getting
yeah.
a Switch too?
No. No. She has a Switch too also.
Walao.
My
This
wife.
is what you call a successful relationship, bro. Shit lah, fuck lah. You know, my wife and I are like, oh, should we get a Switch too? But then, don't waste so much money lah. We already going holiday. Ayo, don't
No lah. Holiday better. Holiday better.
Is it?
Switch 2. Yeah, bro, you are used to PS4 graphics.
Hey,
You
no.
come to the Switch 2,
I disagree. I play Nintendo Switch. I play Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Oh my God,
Holy
my wife has that
shit.
game.
Fucking good game. It's honestly best game I've ever played. I dare say it. It's open world. I understand.
know.
But I think I can get his take because I have Harry Potter game.
Mm.
And then
Oh, shit.
I saw my friend's Harry Potter on Switch 2. The graphics, I cannot switch back, man. The
Is it?
graphics in PS4 is so much more better.
I have a PS5.
the
I
Switch
just
too, you-
I love story and I love gameplay. So it supersedes the graphics. For me, it's a stylistic thing. It's like sometimes it's like artwork is like brush. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
pixel. It's like Minecraft. Can you
That's
really?
what Nintendo goes for. What?
Yeah,
it's
it's
their unique style, right?
Yeah.
Their artistic.
and I'm okay with
expression.
that. I'm okay with like shittier graphics. Honestly, it's pacing and good story and good gameplay. When you Zelda, if you play Breath of the Wild and you can ask your wife this, you can never level up in this game. You only can level up yourself in this game. You know why? Because no matter how many hearts, how many skills you have, right? If you don't play this game, you are not good at this game. You need to learn how to react to the enemy. That's how you defeat the enemy. That's how difficult it is, you know.
Powerful.
And yeah, like you cannot just like, you know how you can grind a game and then you become level 100 and then you just tap out. You're like, hey, die. Cannot one. This one, you got level 100, whatever, health lah, stamina, all that. You will still gonna one hit KO by the fella.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ask your wife, she's like, hey, Breath of the Wild, don't play.
Yeah,
you
she
need
didn't.
you need
She-
skills.
She stopped playing. I think
It's
I'd
hard.
just like to bring up one game that if I had a magic wand and if I could wish that game to be revived, that franchise, I'm not sure you guys heard about it, Shadow Hearts.
Bro,
I've heard of it.
I've heard of it. Can you pull that up?
I'm-
I heard of it, but I don't remember how it looks like. Can you just pull it up?
It's an RPG game, PS2.
Oh man, this is so familiar, man.
It's very archaic. My favorite is Shadow Hearts 2. Because Shadow Hearts 2, it twisted history. World War II, how it happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's power, man. It's power. So this is it's an RPG game.
If you could turn back time and forget a game, but remember how much you wanted to play the game, what game would it be?
For me, it'll be Red Dead Redemption 2. You know why?
Wow, such a fan.
No, you know why? Because back then when I play games, alright, I don't like side missions,
Oh, okay.
I don't like to interact with NPCs. But Red Dead Redemption 2 changes how games supposed to be.
It's true.
You have to interact with the NPCs to know the story. And by the time I realized that I had to do that, I'm 70% in. The regret I had, man.
How much you did not talk to the other NPCs.
To Susan, man. I should have talked to Tilly. I should have talked to Uncle. I didn't. I wasted so much opportunity. And I can never replay that game ever again because I just don't have the time. I can't watch
there
it.
you are.
Yeah.
I think it'll be Shadow Hearts for me.
Yeah, Shadow Hearts.
You?
Yeah, bro, it's Breath of the Wild. Zelda, Breath of the Wild, 100%. I would totally want to go through memory loss for that game so I can remember, I can replay that game and then love that game again. You know how committed I was to Zelda, Breath of the Wild? Fucker, I like one whole year. I'm just looking at my Switch only, I go cafe and I ask her, hey, what you gonna do this weekend? You wanna go cafe? And she's like, are you just gonna play with Zelda again? I'm like, yeah.
Wow.
Then at home, I hook it up to my TV, play with Zelda again. The whole time, I'm just Zelda. I go to an event also, I bring my Nintendo Switch, I'm playing at the console there. I'm like, wow, bro, this is fucked up, man. Yeah, because it's open world. So like, there's so many things. I didn't even finish it. Yeah, but I just want to forget and play it again.
That's how I played Final Fantasy 15, man.
Yeah.
Every chance I get, even for just half an hour, I just play, grind a bit, level up a bit, and like.
Nick used to be like that for the new Final Fantasy 7. The remake for the PS5 one.
But that's not open world, bro.
It's not. It's very linear.
It's very linear. So I'm like, So I bought that. I'm like,
what do you mean? Final Fantasy 15 is like open world, like GTA.
Yeah.
And it's no longer turn-based. Like you straight away hack and slash.
It's hack and slash.
But you have like when you do a ulti, the thing has to like.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a.
And here's the best part. My only thing I don't like about Final Fantasy 15. You can now you summon
the summoning.
The summoning. What they call
Ifrit and
but it's by chance, right?
Huh? What do you mean by chance?
Have you all played 15?
No, I've never.
When you want to summon your monster in 15 is by chance. So for example, you want to summon Leviathan, which is, if you type Final Fantasy 15, Leviathan, it's a dragon, a water dragon.
Okay.
You need to be near a river or a sea.
Okay.
Wow.
And if you are just, so this is
Quite
Leviathan.
beautiful, bro.
Oh, the graphics are beautiful.
Looks like Dragalki.
Yes. So there you go, right?
As a kid, when I see all these graphics, this kind of monster, I get afraid.
Right.
Yeah, a bit.
So
I wish I away.
But they are your summoning, so they work for you.
Oh.
So you see that guy, that like grey
Like
color guy,
Titan?
He's Titan. To summon Titan, you must be in an open area.
Oh, like deserted,
open area because he's a Titan, he's a giant.
He needs space.
So of course the developers say, we are putting realism in the way how you summon your summons. It's not like Final Fantasy X.
You can summon
you
anywhere.
Can just summon and just
Indo
appear.
can summon
Indo also
one.
can summon, right?
Yeah.
So this one they make realism.
Is that Shiva by any chance?
Yes.
Oh my god, I can't believe I fucking recognize that. That's how fucking... I don't look like a nerd, but when I remember all my FF10 shit, right, I'm like, bro, I'm a nerd lah.
That's Shiva.
Yeah, that's Shiva.
Shiva.
Ice one, right?
Ice.
Yeah.
But I'm going to let you down. Shiva can only be summoned in snowy places.
Fucking noob.
Or at the final where you are fighting Ifrit. By the way,
Bro,
you cannot summon Ifrit.
You can't even summon Ifrit, bro.
It's a villain. And here's the best part. You know Bahamut?
Yeah, of course I know.
Bahamut, yeah? You cannot even summon Bahamut, bro. Bahamut is a summon that you summon as part of the story. So that's the only downfall of 15. And 15, because a lot of the areas are like hilly areas, or you can't summon Titan or Leviathan, so you end up keep summoning Garuda, which is the
lamest
of all the summons.
Garuda is just this fucking floating shit that can shoot like a beam only.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, fucking lame, bro, Garuda. Yeah. But my favorite Loki is like is Shiva and Ifrit lah. Every time I summon Shiva, Ifrit one. Yeah. Wow, fuck man. I tell you, memory lane, bro. I can't believe I replayed FF10 during COVID. I'm like, wow, fuck, this is damn major throwback lah. I even replayed FF10 after I installed my PS2 here. I told her, you go back first lah. I'm gonna set up the studio. So I sat here, I hooked up my PS2 there, like, it's FF10.
Okay, bro. Since you play FF10, right? My favorite Aeon to summon is that guy. What's his name? Okay.
Is it the one that?
Yeah. It's a fish. It's a fish.
It's a fish humanoid thing. I forgot what's it called already.
And then one more.
Ultima. Is it Ultima?
No, it's not called Ultima.
Can you just put FF10 summons?
Aeons.
Aeons.
Yeah.
Aeons.
Yeah, Aeons. That's the
Aeons list lah. Yeah, I know that one. Wait, top left.
Yeah,
Garuda fucking lame piece of shit. Left all the way. Left all the way. That one down.
By the way, that's not Garuda. That's Valor 4, bro.
Oh.
Garuda didn't appear in FF10. But it's modeled after...
No.
So this is Bahamut. No, these are the Aeons you will get as you progress the story. The one I'm talking about is this one. That one. You see that one? This one.
On the right one lah.
On the right one.
Yeah lah, the one, the eye one lah, right?
Yeah. So in the middle you have Yojimbo. But Yojimbo is a gamble.
Yojimbo, I forgot.
But that's a gamble because Yojimbo you have to pay him certain
Yeah, you
gills.
have to pay him the money. Then only you will see whether he attack or damage or some shit.
But you know Yojimbo is the only Aeon in FF10 that has a one-hit kill, right?
Whoa, I didn't know that.
But that one is by luck one. You pay him either a lot of money or you pay him a bit of money. When he feels like it, he do the one-hit kill. It works on bosses also.
Oh shit.
One hit kill. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah. To the left is Bahamut.
What's
Yojimbo.
the right one?
I can't remember. He belongs to the villain at first.
Yeah, and then you can summon later on.
Yeah, you can
it's
summon
a secret
later.
summoning. You have to
It's a secret summoning.
Yeah, you need to do
side
a certain...
quest.
Yes. Can you just click on it and then just figure out?
The strongest Aeon.
Before we wrap this podcast up,
Go.
I just want to ask,
Sure.
did you play Expedition 33?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just keep scrolling.
Keep scrolling down.
Keep scrolling. He's probably
Okay,
number one.
down already. Valor 4, okay, down. Yojimbo,
Yojimbo.
down. Shiva, down.
Wow, Shiva babe.
Ifrit, down.
I don't
No,
remember.
Not Ixion, it's the unicorn. Down.
It's
Bahamut. Anima, you're right.
Yeah. No, I said Ultima, but I remember it's something along those lines.
Anima, correct.
Oh, bro, I tell you, when I was in Form 2, it was like the shit, bro, if you can find Anima. At that time, it's like, if someone knew how to find Anima, you had to like sit down there, talk to him, and then you buy him food, then he will talk to you like step by step, then you write down your exercise book behind there, then you're like, okay, this is how I go back, and then I'm going to figure out, can I get your phone number or not? Then I call him, then like, hey bro, can you do like that? That's how I get Anima, you know.
Bro, when I fought Anima, when he was still at the villain side, right? My cousins was with me, they came for a visit from KL to Penang. I was staying in Penang. They were praying, bro.
Yeah, they were like, bro, just get the Anima, bro.
He was a hard boss.
It's fucking difficult. I remember him and Jack. Jack was so fucking difficult, bro. Jack as the big Jack.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I still remember, I remember I spent a week, a week, on my school holiday. I keep thinking like, wow, I cannot beat Jack, man.
Yeah.
I forever, like, I run out of time or run out of the turns or something like that.
I felt that way when I tried to fight Anima because I kept losing.
You see?
I kept losing until my cousins came, prayed. Literally, I was playing, they were like, oh, please. And by a lucky shot, I beat Anima.
You see, this is the shit that
Man,
made
the
you
roar of
traumatic.
the crowd, man.
Yeah.
This is the one that made you and my wife traumatic about
want to
games.
grind, right?
Yeah,
Grind
yeah.
and level up our characters.
But for me, I loved it. I miss that, because now I know, right, I can go on YouTube to find it. That's the sad part. Like, I know there's a solution. So I need to refrain. And the problem with refraining yourself is all it takes is one time for you to say, fuck it. Then you go on YouTube and then you pass it.
Then you ruin the whole experience.
You ruin it. The journey, the struggle is part of the journey because like it gives you that satisfaction of like, oh, you know the feeling?
It was satisfying.
It's so satisfying. The satisfaction of passing through or beating a boss, right, on your own.
Yeah.
Did you play Metal Gear Solid?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Do you play Metal Gear Solid?
No.
You want to talk
didn't
about the
play.
boss, so you need to
Bro,
invert your remote
that's
one, right?
mad, bro. You know, right? There's this boss that can read your every single move in Metal Gear Solid
Yeah.
2.
Goddamn.
Okay? He can read your every move, bro. No, you attack this way, he dodge. You attack this way, he dodge. You know how to do it?
Exchange
you take out
memory
your
cards,
controller,
right?
you put in player 2.
Correct.
Huh?
Yes, that's how he stopped. And
Then he cannot read your move.
you will not know. This was only revealed in the guidebook.
Yeah, bro.
My God.
You can never beat the boss. He will always read your move.
Yeah.
He said the boss always seems to know your move.
Yeah.
Maybe you should try something else. Something out.
Hey, there's one more villain in that game. You have to change memory cards, right?
something like that, yeah.
There's another villain also. You have to change memory cards.
Bro, it's wild,
How would you know? Konami, man.
Yeah.
Super support.
It's this
Super
stuff.
respect.
Wait, did anybody figure out did any of your friends figure out
Yeah.
you have to switch it without looking
Yes,
at the
they
guidebook?
tell you because you know why? They're koko, someone tell you one. Yeah, then only you like, Oh, you go back, you reach out, you're like, oh, the feeling is so good, bro.
I remember that time my cousin, and that time we're still using dial-up. So he went up to some Netscape. Netscape was still a thing. And he Googled Netscape search. And he found out, you can beat this boss. How? Exchange your controllers. What?
Yeah.
Then we finally beat up. Like, holy shit.
And it's easy one.
Yeah, it's damn easy.
It's genius, bro.
That's genius at that time.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know, right?
Wouldn't
so
know.
it's so frustrating. I gave up on the game until my cousin came, my elder cousin. He's like, hey man, I got internet at home. Like, oh, internet, KL ma, I'm still in Penang. Internet at home, yeah, TMnet, I still remember. Jarring. I'm like, hey, switch your controller. Huh? Switch ah. Whoa, I beat, yay.
Yeah.
No more thrill like that anymore.
But gone are the days. Now it's already, like you say.
Some games still kind of have that. Like, fun fact, in Pokemon Go, the mobile game, in order to evolve one of the Pokemon, you need to turn your phone upside down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
It's a squid Pokemon. It's like a squink or squid. It becomes a Malamala, basically.
By the way, before we wrap up, I'm not going to let you go. One last question.
Sure.
So, I wouldn't use the word smash an anime lady character, but I would say, okay, a character that I find beautifully drawn would be that lady.
Okay.
Right? So now you need to tell me, which character do you admire?
Oh, a female character.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Tsunade from Naruto, bro.
Tsunade is which one?
You're going to say Tsunade lah. My wife should laugh. Then she's like, you clearly know what type of guy this guy is.
Which one? Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know.
this? Yeah, this is the... Okay.
Yeah, she's
yes,
a
I know.
Hokage with big tits lah, basically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my second girl, I mean, I don't think she's the best design lah. But like, she's known for big tits.
But it's a parody, right?
But she's also the granddaughter of my favorite character.
Which is?
The first Hokage lah, basically.
Oh,
You know, if you spend a lot of time with myself and my brother, right? We are actually such mirrors of like certain characters in Naruto, especially the first and the second Hokage, because I'm more of the animated guy.
Right.
In fact, I don't know how I have now long hair, and he is the guy with short hair, and then we both have the same type of characteristics.
Right.
Yeah, so first Hokage, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
he, like, if I let my hair down, and you know, I'm also the type of person that I get offended quite easily when people make certain remarks. And he's exactly like that in the anime.
Back then lah.
Oh, you
No, I still am. Like, people will
Is
say
it?
something and then I'm like, oh man, maybe I'm really not that great lah. Maybe like, I shouldn't even try lah.
Oh, offended in that sense, is it?
Yeah,
That's
not
it.
offended lah. Like, I get very like demoralized lah.
Demoralized.
Yeah,
lah,
but
I've
he's
never
one-
seen you get offended before.
Yeah, but he's one of the strongest characters.
Yeah.
In the whole of Naruto. He's known as the god of shinobi, right? But like, when they just say like, I think your hair is a bit too long. Oh, is it? Maybe I should cut my hair lah. That type of thing, lah. He's like that. But I like his granddaughter because he's got big tits. The second character I think is not, I wouldn't say well designed, but it's Dita from the anime called Vandriad.
Wow, I've never heard of the anime before.
Vandriad Dita, Dita. Yeah.
Wow.
There you go. Dita Vandriad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It looks like a Gundam series.
Yeah. It was like the Gundam ripoff on AXN.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
God. Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
very interesting concept in the future where males and females no longer live with each other. They live on separate planets. And Earth is the alien now because it's been dominated by AI and robots. So males and females now know how to reproduce on their own. Males reproduce by growing a baby into a soldier. Females can get pregnant with other females by pulling genetics. And then in the end, they are united because there's this energy thing called Pegasus that unites male and females via a robot. So the females fly like a jet. The males use a mecha robot, but this energy source manages to fuse these two together to create an ulti robot.
Wow.
Yeah, short story long that mad lah. But I was
think-
like, this is like my type of girl lah. I think my wife would know lah. You know me at this.
I think all of our listeners and followers now, they're getting some flashbacks, nostalgic memories for all the references we're giving right here.
Sometimes the people that are really hardcore listeners of this podcast,
Yeah,
they listen
they-
all the way and they're like,
That's all
wow.
the way to get to this stage actually.
Yeah.
So there's a
Powerful.
hidden thing about
Respect.
Yum Cha Sessions is that Yum Cha Sessions is known as a podcast that has no format and very long. especially the old ones,
Yeah.
And the listeners, hardcore listeners, actually want to get to this stage because nobody listens to this part.
Yeah. So you know you're a true hardcore guy. You're
This
like,
is
damn.
the part that people can say whatever they want.
Yeah. That's why
Because
it's
they'll
a
get
bit
to the
uncensored.
stage,
So basically, if you're listening all the way, Sai Sadi basically wants to smash Sailor Moon.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So if you reach all the way to this end, congrats. You reached
Okay,
this
so
end.
so we need to have another session where we're gonna play wrestling, we're gonna play
sure.
Capcom and all, and then
We're gonna get you to the next wrestling show first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, let's get him to APAC Wrestling.
Yeah, definitely.
What was it? 4th of April, right?
April 4th.
He's
Okay.
gonna like fight the Brian Kendrick.
I'm Baru Bali from China, I think. So I should
see
be
how
able to
his
make it.
schedule works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But I will take up your offer to play the wrestling game, man.
Yeah, man. Let's do that. Let's arrange another time.
We can
Come up
become
here.
tag team champions, man. We don't even. Need
Oh
to
yeah,
fight for
that's
each
great.
other,
Okay, but first I need to go and practice first.
It's not
I need
play
to get
casual.
practice
Just
also.
play casual. It's
Just
not like I'm a hardcore player either.
Yeah. It's just chill, bro. I got PS2, PS1 if you want to play.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Actually, I have a PS3, but I don't know where I put it. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
I'll promote your book. I'm
No,
Introvert.
thank you, man.
I'll link
Appreciate
it in the
it.
description below.
Thank you.
Don't forget to check out Michael's book. I'm Introvert. You can find
It's
it on
available
Shopee.
in all bookstores as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there an
All
audiobook
bookstores.
for this?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. But it's a easy read, as you could see, a lot of highlighted points, a lot of actionable points.
Okay.
Just get it if you believe in building better relationships.
That's all right, man.
And thank you, John. Thank you, Vincent, for having me here. It's so nice.
Bro, pleasure.
Really.
Likewise, man.
I hope you enjoyed the podcast, man.
I will, and hope to be back more.
Hey, for sure, man.
Definitely,
I mean,
man.
we live so near
Thank you.
in Setapak.
Thank you, Sutapa. There you go.
Thanks for coming on, brother. I'll
Thank you.
link all your stuff. Just give me the links
you.
and I'll put it in the description.
Thank you, brother.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you want to get a new chair, check out Mary Fair Chairs. Link is also in the description below. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Thanks. Right.